Identity theft is no laughing matter.
Mm-mm-mm.
Unless we're talking about the 2013 film Identity Thief starring Melissa McCarthy, where she steals Jason Bateman's identity and gets them into hilarious hijinks.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
Remember that
love
one?
her.
I didn't never watch it, Seb.
I thought you were talking about Identity with John Cusack, but that was even older.
That's
Ooh.
interesting. Uh-huh.
Wait.
What?
Actually, I just looked up that movie on Rotten Tomatoes, and apparently nobody thought that was funny either.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I never saw it.
Oh, there we go. Studio audience is back.
Oh, boy. They turned on Melissa McCarthy.
It's a 19% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yikes.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
but no. Here's my question. What if a guy finds a strange image of you online and tries to warn you about that?
That's good.
It's kind of sweet.
Yeah,
right?
tell me.
And that's what happened to one of our listeners recently, and she thinks that interaction may have accidentally kickstarted a budding romance between them.
Now that sounds like a better script.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy, we need to send her this second date after we find out what happened. We're going to do it next. When you think about meeting the one,
Aww.
you have this little mini movie in your mind about how that perfect meeting is going to go. You know, like you lock eyes across a crowded bar and you both silently say hey to each other. You know, or she catches you when you slip on a banana peel in the hospital cafeteria.
Little slapstick moment, huh?
Or
is the coconut pie involved, Jeff?
You accidentally touch hands as you both reach for the plane's emergency exit latch as the whole room fills with smoke.
No, you go. No, you go. No, you first.
Yeah. You know, romantic, cute stuff like that.
We both have extreme anxiety.
But one of our listeners, Daria, admits that her first meeting wasn't really rom-com quality.
That's okay.
But let's talk to her about it a little bit. Daria, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, Daria. I'm so excited to hear your story about how you met this person.
Oh, well, how we met was definitely weird. It's not romantic whatsoever.
Okay. Well, can we start with his name or her name?
Derek. His name's Derek.
Okay.
And this is, I'm sorry to jump to conclusions, but this is like the one? This is someone you...
No, I think that was just
That was
set
just
up.
me building it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably
That's
a
just-
lot bigger
I
than
thought
it
she
really
was
is.
saying, like, this is the
No,
one.
he's just trying to get people to pay attention to the story.
Okay, well, you got me paying attention.
So,
Okay, continue.
How was it weird that when you first met?
Well, he DM'd me on Instagram.
Ooh, weird.
No, that's normal.
Oh, yeah.
bro.
I
That's
think
right.
that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
What's weird about
That
that?
wasn't really the weird part. The weird part was that he said, I saw you on Bumble. I'd love to meet up for coffee.
Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
Wouldn't that be a red flag, though, that he's already stalked you down, or no?
You could put
No,
your
no,
Insta
no.
in your Bumble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you like link your
Yeah.
socials
Okay.
in
It's kind of
there.
normal.
No, the weird part was I'm not on Bumble.
Oh, wait.
What?
Okay, that's weird.
That's even more... Do you
Yeah.
think it was just a line, like he was just hoping that you're on Bumble, and he just, uses it?
Just spamming a bunch of girls with
Yeah,
that.
it's just like a copy-paste line that he
Yeah.
puts on
That
everybody's.
could work.
I mean, that would have been better because I told him that he had the wrong person. I'm not on Bumble. And then he sent me a screenshot of the Bumble account.
What?
And it was
What?
all my pictures. It was my name.
No.
But I didn't set that up.
Someone's
What?
using your pics as a catfish.
no.
Which means you're attractive.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah. What did you say?
I kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my, I was like, that's me, but it's not me. I didn't set that up.
Oh
And,
my
and Derek's like,
God.
well, I already gave it all my credit card information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was actually really nice about it. He was like, I'm so sorry. You must feel so weird. I'll report it.
Yeah.
But then he asked if I still wanted to go out.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, at
Okay.
that point, maybe you're a little bit more receptive to it because he's not just randomly doing it to you out of the blue.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing that he's the only one that showed up in your DMs
Yeah.
if your account was linked, but okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I was up for it because I don't know. He reported the account. He was really nice about the whole mix-up. So
And he was hot, let's be honest.
he was hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
we're
we
hot
go.
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Totally.
is more romantic than I was even leading on, I think. What did you guys do for your date?
We just met up for coffee.
No.
It was very simple. I
Cute.
didn't really know what to expect from him.
Okay.
Well, I guess you would have zero expectations when you weren't even looking
Yeah.
for a date to begin with,
Yeah.
right?
You haven't even seen his profile. Like, you don't know.
Well, but his Instagram,
guess,
she would have
yeah.
seen his Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's all I really had to go off of.
Okay.
But he turned out to be, well, one, he was really cute. I already knew that. He was also really nice, and it was very comfortable, and we were laughing a lot.
Cute.
He thought his latte art looked like a bird, and it didn't. It was just squiggles. And
Okay.
I
Oh.
called him out on that. It was very funny. It was cute. It was
It's like-
cute. I think that's a nice word.
Interpretive latte.
Yeah.
Okay. He's bad at art.
How long did the date last? Because like coffee is like 25 minutes,
Pretty
30
quick.
minutes.
So this was the part that I don't know. At about 20 minutes, he said, "I'm so sorry, but I actually have to get going,"
Oh.
which I guess could have been bad. But then he was like, "But I really want to see you again. So let's go out again sometime." So I left feeling like kind of good about it.
Oh, God, but he just said sometime. I feel like you need to say, let's go out.
Like, I'm
Saturday.
free next weekend.
Oh.
This weekend,
Oh,
something
You know
have
what
to,
I mean? Like, if
book
you
it like
act-
a doctor's appointment right when you leave.
Yeah, it's like when I run into friends that I don't really want to hang out
Oh,
with.
yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, we should totally get together sometime.
Yeah, soon-ish.
Yeah, let's do it.
And it is like a doctor's appointment because I book it to their face and then I cancel.
Yeah.
But not to their
Okay.
face.
So how long ago was that?
This was a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
No.
And have you heard nothing from him?
I've heard nothing from him, and it's just weird because like I wasn't looking for this guy.
Right.
Like he came out of the blue,
True.
and now I find myself like thinking of him and wishing we could go out again. But yeah, he's not
Huh.
responding.
Is he posting a bunch on Instagram, like on his stories or anything? Like, out of
Yeah,
town?
he's alive. I know he's alive.
Oh,
Oh.
I was thinking
Well-
maybe he was like traveling.
We're starting with he's alive, and that's a pretty good place to
Yeah.
start at with these
Nice.
second date
Yeah.
updates. So
Nice.
hopefully we can go up from there.
We've started
Okay.
at worse places.
It's sad to say, but yes,
Yeah.
that's true. So let's call this a live guy, and
Oh, there we
Okay,
go. That's a
better.
good start.
when we do your second date update next. Well, it's another first for us about how people meet in the dating world.
Oh, for sure.
Because one of our listeners, Daria, got a DM recently on her Instagram from a dude who said he saw her on Bumble. He
Uh-huh.
thought she
Yeah.
was cute.
Yeah, which is a good DM to get.
Yeah.
Normally.
Except for.
One problem.
Yeah.
She's not on Bumble.
Oh.
At least not to her knowledge. Until she received a screenshot of the profile using her pics and her information.
Oh my God.
So,
Man.
We didn't ask. Did that profile get taken down?
well, she told him to report the fake account.
Right. But, I don't-
But if only one
Hopefully.
report,
Yeah.
you have to have multiple. I
Well, we
think.
can follow up with that. The
Okay.
important thing was afterwards, he boldly asked her out to coffee anyway, and she said yes.
Yeah.
And now they're in love.
No. Now he's not calling her back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, after
well,
20 minutes
close
together.
we're one
Yeah.
step
Yeah.
away from true love.
You were
There
putting
it
so
is.
much pressure on this.
No, I'm not. Dating is
Okay.
easy, right, Daria?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so
Yeah, totally. My
So
question
easy.
is, why, Brooke, haven't we
Yeah.
seen any reports about people using your pictures as a fake profile on Bumble? What's going on with that?
Weird. You're a celebrity.
Maybe it's not fake, Jeff.
What?
What?
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Oh.
I thought I'd be funny. I
Oh.
don't
Not
know.
how I thought you'd react.
Spoken with a little bit too much
Yeah.
conviction there.
I was never. I'm glad that I didn't have to do online dating because I like to win people with my personality.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
It got me married, and I'm very happy in my marriage.
The bar is low.
Oh my god.
All right, so now I've lost track of what we're doing. Daria, yes,
there
we're,
we go.
Back to her.
We're back to you and your guy Derek. You ready to do this? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
I'd feel worse after everything we just said.
I don't know. I'm excited to hear from him.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited too. I think it's going to turn out just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're all over the place.
Yeah, there's. She thinks that you should feel worse about yourself, but it's gonna go fine.
I just mean about her confidence in us. and
Okay.
helping.
I don't know, bro. Maybe just be quiet.
All right.
Let me do
I
the,
don't think that's a bad
the
idea.
dialing. Let's find out. Here we go.
Yo, what up? This is Derek.
Yo, what up, Derek?
Hey, Derek.
Hey.
Hey.
I feel like we're friends already.
I know.
That was
You're
a nice
very
way to answer.
friendly.
What's up, bro?
This,
Whoa, what is this?
this is a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh my God! Wait, no way!
Oh,
Whoa.
okay, radio,
Yeah,
radio words.
We're not allowed to say some of that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
No,
Okay. Okay.
we got a live one.
you know us?
Yeah, dude. You know what, man? I was wondering when you guys were gonna call me about something. Like I listen to you guys all the time.
Oh.
Really, your life's such a mess. You think we would call
Just
you that
waiting.
You're
often?
just sitting around waiting for a prank phone call.
I'm gonna get him one day. I like you.
I like this a whole lot
Yeah.
better than a lot of the calls that we do where they're
Yeah.
like, who? Radio? What?
Yeah,
So
well, today's your big day. We
yeah.
called you.
Do you know what we're calling you about?
Man, I don't know, but you guys are freaking awesome. I mean, is this that like dating segment thing that you guys do?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dating one. Second date.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Okay.
You
This
made
is
it.
awesome.
You're famous.
So you probably know who I'm calling about then.
God, man, I really can't say who you calling about.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not good.
Her name's Daria?
It was a couple weeks ago. She said that you guys went out.
Daria, man, a couple weeks. Did we go like a week? Was this like a week ago? Or maybe it was a couple weeks. Ah, man, dude,
Right.
I can't remember. I really have coffee with everyone.
Oh.
You have coffee with everyone?
I mean, yeah, I like to hang a lot. I'm pretty active in the dating scene. You know, I like women like me. You know.
Oh,
Okay.
So you got coffee dates common.
Wait.
It's like a,
I'm confused. Do you remember Daria or
Yeah.
do you not remember Daria?
yeah.
I do remember her. I do. She just didn't crack my top three. You know, I just really wasn't feeling her,
Hold on.
man.
What do you
She was close.
There are
What do you-
so many
top-
words.
Yeah, let's go back a little bit.
Here's the thing, man. I date a lot. So it's
Okay.
like all these girls are just kind of like mid to me. You know what I mean? So she's got to really just like
kinda mid.
stand out.
But the thing that we're trying to figure out about Daria is like you went through a lot of trouble to get her on a date with you, it sounded like. Like you were
Man, dude. Yeah, I mean,
right. Because you
I guess there's a lot of trouble. I mean, I pretty much perfected it by now, so it's not really a lot of trouble. If you know.
Perfected
perfected
what?
what? What do you mean?
Getting dates?
Here's the thing. So I came up with this like foolproof way to basically get girls to go out with me. It's like 80% effective.
Okay.
Okay.
80% is not the correct math for foolproof, but
Yeah,
okay.
Tell us about it. What do you do?
Okay, so look, I reach out to these women, you know, and I say like, found you on Bumble, yada yada
Oh,
yada.
God.
Let's speed up. I send them a screenshot
Ugh.
of their Bumble account that I created, bro. Like I went on their Instagram.
Oh,
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, is this you? And they always freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone's
Yeah.
impersonating them online.
So here's the thing. I'm the hero. I come flying in with my little cape. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So I tell them, I'm like, hey, don't worry about it, baby. I'll report the site. And then when they're their most vulnerable,
Uh-huh.
I ask them out, right? And they're like, oh my God, yeah.
So wait,
Yeah.
you trick them into dating you.
It's not a trick. It's not a trick at all. It's real, right? There's somebody
Yeah.
created this Bumble account.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's
I
you.
mean,
It's you.
It's like how Batman lets all the villains out of jail and then recaptures them. So that he's the
Exactly.
hero.
Oh, okay.
And we all love Batman.
That
That's
doesn't-
true.
that
If all the
doesn't-
villains are locked up forever,
Yeah.
Batman goes away.
Exactly.
That
I
doesn't
love
work.
Christian Bale.
Want that.
Okay, Alexis, that
It worked for
analogy doesn't
Alexis.
work.
And who knows, maybe it worked for Daria too,
Oh,
hearing that, because
God.
I didn't let you know this earlier, or since you listen, you probably know that she's on
I
the
don't
other
think he
line wanting to
cares.
talk to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that's how this
Remember,
works.
we're still on the
All
radio,
right.
by the way.
Daria, are you still there?
Oh man, Daria.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey!
That's a good sign.
Here to
Yeah.
save ya.
How you feeling there, Daria?
I'm not going to be here for much longer.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Yeah. Why, Jeff?
What happened?
Jeff.
I'm sorry. Is everyone hearing the same thing
No.
I am?
You
That
like
was
superheroes, right?
No.
Insane.
Yeah, Jeff was being sarcastic.
You create fake Bumble accounts of women by scraping their pictures from Instagram?
Daria, listen, baby. I got to stand out, man. You know how many, dude, there's so many games out there people play. Don't be mad just because I have the best game out there. I got you to go on a date with me, right?
I mean, it's
Are
creative.
you 12 years old? You sound like a 12-year-old who read pickup lines on the internet. Like, are you on drugs?
No, this is not a pickup line. This is advanced women gathering.
Oh, advanced
Women
women
What?
gathering?
Oh, I took that course in college.
Talking about? Are we like wood? Are we like timber in a forest?
We're
Daria,
not
hey.
Pokemon. You don't got to catch us all.
Yeah.
He
What the hell
Why
did
not? Why not? I got you to go on a date, right?
You're not trying to settle down with one? You want to just date every girl you can find, bro?
Yeah, why not, dude? That's the whole
Okay.
point.
I think the why not is because it ends up hurting the women's feelings, like Daria
You're using
just
it.
now.
And
Well,
it's
that's the
lies.
thing. All the girls don't take me on these radio shows and try to get a second date. It's just like, hey, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Move on to the next guy. You got to call me on the radio and do this whole deal.
You're right. I'm the psycho one.
I mean, I guess the one nice thing is he didn't use you for anything.
Yeah, it's not like he took your money or you
got a
guys
free
didn't
coffee.
fool around or something.
You guys are not taking his side
Oh,
on
no.
this after you've heard everything.
No,
No,
we're not
no.
taking
We're
his
just-
side,
we're
but
just
we
trying to
are
lessen
pointing
the-
out some
lessen
of
the
the
blow.
positive things.
I mean, he could just really love coffee because he goes on coffee dates every day.
Because
It
it's
sounds
cheaper
like.
than cocktails.
Yeah.
Don't be
There
fooled.
it is.
we are
Don't
not
be
on
fooled.
his side in any way. It's not cool to use a
someone-
fake profile
yeah.
to get somebody to respond. to.
Maybe
Drink
you
'em
should
for coffee.
sorry, Derek, I love that you listen, but maybe he should also be reported to Bumble.
I mean, we'll see.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, how are we gonna find him? We don't have
Well,
you girls have
luckily-
to do all the work.
No, Brooke already has an account. She
Yeah.
confirmed it
She
earlier.
did it.
She can just
She
do
did
it.
it.
Yeah, go
Thank you,
find him,
Brooke.
Brooke.
That was a weird joke. It didn't land right.
We're
I
gonna
don't
say that
have
it's
one.
real, and you're gonna be the hero for the day.
Oh,
Congratulations, Brooke.
Yeah, we'll see you on Bumble, Brooke.
Thank you, Brooke.
The way to tell if you have chemistry with someone,
Mhm.
I mean, like true chemistry,
Okay.
is if you can do any mundane activity and still have it be fun and effortless,
Yeah.
even a little bit romantic.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the best.
Yeah.
Like when Brooke forces her husband to clean the lint traps in all of their vacation properties.
Oh.
Wait.
She stands
Okay.
right behind him,
Aw.
telling him exactly what to do. And
Ugh.
according to her, it's the most romance that she's had all year long.
Aw, Brooke.
His butt looks so good in that position.
Get your fingers in there,
Yeah.
Michael. Get all the lint out, and maybe I'll let you eat tonight.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But
Vacation rentals.
Romantic.
one of our listeners planned a date night around a hobby that it's probably not as popular as others you might hear about.
Okay.
But she says she felt a connection. And you're going to find out why he's not calling her back afterwards when we do your brand new second date update next. Can opposites attract?
Oh, I think
Science would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff.
I mean, look at Brooke and Jose, for example.
Huh.
Brooke went to a non-accredited college.
so. It was very
Very
accredited.
much, actually.
Like one of the best journalism schools in the country.
Meanwhile, Jose can't even spell that.
Huh?
Yeah, is there 4 or 6 season
Yeah.
accredited?
We're not even going to get into
there's a bunch
that.
of D's
I
there,
gotta
too.
say, I don't know if I know how to spell it. either.
Accredited.
Yeah.
Brooke
What?
washes her sheets.
Uh-huh.
Jose has never bought sheets.
No,
But
I do. I just, after every couple of years, I buy
Jeff,
new ones.
I'm not attracted to Jose.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
they
where's this
still
going?
get along.
Wait, you're not? What?
No.
You were like,
Oh.
You guys
yeah,
get
we're
along.
besties.
You're
Yeah.
like the husband and wife of this radio show.
No.
You're
She's
in
like my
sync.
sister.
You work together,
Mhm.
never sleep together.
No.
But they'll still
What?
kiss on special
Gross.
occasions.
This
Yeah,
is
forehead
weird.
kisses. Give me a kiss, bestie.
No,
Come here.
Get away from me.
What?
See, that's
Aw.
exactly what she says to her husband. Now, see, I'm more curious, though, about our listener today, Sarah. Because
Oh,
she
God.
felt like maybe her date might work out because they were kind of opposites, too. So,
Oh.
Sarah, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
God, please tell me it was better than the disaster you just witnessed for
Yeah,
the last
I
30 seconds.
Hope you at least got a forehead kiss.
It made me uncomfortable.
Oh,
Also, it's exactly like what we just did.
huh.
Not
I
that's not a
mean,
glowing review.
It's
why
not,
are you
though.
calling in then?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys make me uncomfortable. I'm sorry. My date's great.
Okay. That's normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Got
good.
you. All right.
We make everybody uncomfortable. In fact, that's our goal. So,
I see.
Everyone texting
yeah.
in agrees.
I'm also uncomfy.
but we want to talk about you and the guy that you went out with. What's his name?
Oh, he's lovely. That's Jake.
Jake.
Okay.
Jake's a good name. That's a hot guy name.
We
Where'd you
like
meet
Jake.
him?
Yeah. Oh, where do you think?
Tinder.
Online, yep.
Yeah.
What did you and Jake end up doing for your date?
I thought it would be fun. I'm really big into crochet. I don't know if you guys have tried crocheting before.
Yeah.
Never.
I used to do it in 3rd grade.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I had a babysitter that taught us how to
Is that
crochet.
a humble brag? Are
Well-
you trying to?
Yeah.
Back in
Flex on
the
her?
1800s, that was a mandatory course in 3rd
Well, it's
grade.
nice because it's just one hook instead of, like knitting is with 2 needles.
Yeah, I don't know anything
Okay.
about it. So,
Sorry.
but I don't know how did Jake feel about it?
I was really impressed because, well, first thing is that he showed up and he was really confused because he thought it was croquet.
Oh, like the yard game.
Yeah, where you
I
hit
can
the
see
balls
that.
with the mallets.
He
And-
shows up in like athletic gear, like
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Ready for some croquet.
Are you gonna play?
Yeah.
I don't think you need athletic
No.
gear for croquet.
Yeah.
But,
No, I didn't
We're
have
doing it
to
right.
anything.
wait, how did you turn croquet into a date, though?
Well, no, we didn't play croquet. We crocheted. But
I mean, crochet.
yeah, so we ended up actually taking a class.
A crocheting class.
That's kind of cute.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun, and I was like surprised he was so excited about it until I realized he didn't know what it was we were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
A little mild speed bump.
Brings a mallet.
I just picture you in a room with a bunch of gray-haired grannies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay, so it was literally 11 women in him, but
Oh.
he was down to try it. He was definitely struggling with it.
With the actual crocheting.
Yeah, like
Okay.
we couldn't even get him to chain a row.
Okay.
God.
It
Noob.
was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of a miracle, though, if it was just beginner's luck and he's able to knit an entire blanket in
You
like
don't
10
knit,
minutes.
you
That'd be
crochet.
nice.
They're
Okay,
different.
you know what? I
They're
tried.
not the
I
same
tried,
thing.
bro. Tried to act interested. You take over.
It's
lead
not
this
that
convers-
hard. Hook 1, hook 2.
Boring.
Wow, that was really fun. Sorry. So give us some highlights from the crochet class.
I was impressed by the way he responded to our teacher, Glenda. She's like this really old, tough woman, and she was correcting him a lot. So I felt like I was good cop and Glenda was bad cop.
Oh.
Every time she'd come over and pick on him, I was like, "You're doing great."
Don't know anything about old, harsh women correcting a person on every single thing that they do. Sounds like a great time.
I don't
sounds
either.
amazing,
Wow.
Jeff.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
what a lucky guy.
Anybody'd be lucky.
Shut
yeah.
up, Jeff.
Sorry.
Yeah, like to me, that was a highlight because it shows character.
Yeah.
How long were you guys at this class?
It was like almost 2 hours.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a quick thing.
And
Yeah.
there's no like alcohol served or anything like that.
Yeah, or they're like, is there like a
No.
cheese platter? Is
Yeah.
there food?
Yeah, what romantic aspect came into
Good
this
question.
date?
I thought this was kind of romantic. Do you know the movie Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Patrick Swayze and
That's
Demi
an old
Moore.
movie.
40 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know it.
It's the one you've seen the iconic scene where he's behind her doing pottery. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
No,
How
I'm so excited because that's what I did.
You got
did
behind
what?
him and sensually crochet.
I love it.
What?
I love
I stand
it.
corrected. This is hot.
It was like kind of silly, but also it got us close. You know, I thought it was a good move.
Made an
Yeah.
excuse for some physical touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's fast forward to the end of the day. How,
Yeah,
how did you guys
please.
leave it?
Well, I was kind of down to get a drink or hang out
Yeah.
some more, but he didn't invite me.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
That's weird.
You probably thought you were going to go sew buttons or something.
Or maybe he thought you were so unimpressed by his abilities that you weren't interested.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh, I hope
Like
not.
Glenda.
yeah. So what's happened since then? Have you stayed in contact?
No, I mean, we just kind of had a hug and we went our separate ways. And I texted him later and said, "Oh my gosh, it's so fun. You know, I'm
Yeah.
hooked on you," that kind of thing. Not really.
Oh yeah, I'm hooked on you.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
got it.
It's a crochet. You got it.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
We've all been here long enough now that they're catching on.
He hasn't responded. So,
Maybe
and I
he's-
thought maybe like he didn't like the activity, so I would be down to just do something more active, something more in line with what he's interested in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a risky
I mean,
activity.
like literally
is.
anything else.
Yeah.
Not to be
Seriously.
rude, I
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. When she told him about it, he was excited because he didn't know what she was
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about. There was
He
a
thought it was
miscommunication.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be plenty more miscommunications when we call him and ask him about the date. We're going to do that when we come back and do your second date update next.
Yes.
If you missed the first part of this call, we're doing an experiment to see if opposites really do attract in the dating world.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because we have our listener, Sarah, who is a very nice woman. She's into crochet and crochet jokes
Yeah.
and romantic moves stolen from 1980s movies.
You're not talking her up real well right now.
These are the things
Yeah,
that
I
she
know,
does
I
and
know.
likes.
Yeah.
And her date, Jake, who is a little bit more active in his lifestyle, he showed up wearing athletic wear to the crochet class.
Uh-huh. He misunderstood the
Yeah.
assignment.
Because he thought it was croquet that
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
going to do.
Also an old person's thing.
Yeah.
So
Athletic, but he probably looked like a country club athletic. You know
Right,
what I
yeah.
mean?
He became a little bit overprepared to it.
Yeah.
And after their 2-hour crochet class, they shared a hug, and Sarah has not heard from him since then. Brooke just let out a giant yawn. Looking like Not even joking.
I was just
It
thinking
was
of
a
Glenda.
30-second recap, and she couldn't stay awake for it.
Glenda
she's
in the
just
back
tired.
of class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah, is there any message in particular you want me or perhaps Brooke to deliver to Jake once we get him on the phone, if we can? Anything specific you want us to say?
Just that if he wanted to do a different activity, I'd love to go on a different date.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound fun. You sound like you're up for pretty much anything, and it sounds like a different date would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll tell him Sarah is down
Yeah.
for whatever you want.
Yeah.
You
No,
name it,
Jose,
she'll
that's
do it.
not.
Yeah, dudes love to hear
All
that.
I don't
right.
think we should deliver
That's
that
our
message.
game plan. It's what
Um,
Sarah wants, and we give her what she wants. Let's make the call to
Okay.
Jake right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Jake?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, man.
Who is it?
My name is Jeff, and there's a whole room of people here that is
Hey,
really
Jake.
excited to meet you.
Uh,
What up?
What are you talking about?
Well, you're our man of the hour for our second date
All right.
update.
Jake.
I mean, that name always feels like you should.
It's a
You're in a
chantable
bar.
name. Very
you know, good
chantable.
chanting. No, Jake.
Okay, what's up?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're a bit much.
What's up is we're doing a segment called the second date update, and we've had one of our listeners ask us to get a hold of you after you went out with her to a crochet class named Sarah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Hey. Hot night, right?
It was an interesting evening for sure.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good start.
That's a polite way
It
to
sounds
say
like
it.
you said that with a smile on your face.
Yeah. Our job today is to try and figure out what's going on between you and Sarah, if there's any vibes going on there. Can you tell us about your date?
Yeah, there wasn't really a vibe, you know, like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I can't really talk about it.
Why can't you talk about it?
What?
You just didn't like her?
No, I mean, like, no, she was nice. I just really don't see us going on another date.
Okay.
Okay.
I think she already gets that vibe.
It sounds like there was a big misunderstanding.
Yeah.
The fact that you're not calling or texting or speaking to her at all is a pretty good hint. We're trying to figure out the reason why.
Yeah, it's like I'm not supposed to. So like,
What
Not
do you mean you're not
supposed to?
supposed to?
What do you mean?
like,
What? What just
Uh,
happened there, Jake?
I mean, like, well, I know you guys, you know, it's a radio thing, so like, don't tell her this, right? Don't
Oh.
let this get back to her. But
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
can promise that I won't say it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
That's what I can promise.
Nice, Jeff.
okay. So like, I don't know what she told you, but we went like crocheting.
Yeah. Was that
That
kind of a
was-
surprise, right?
Yeah, like I thought she meant croqueting, like with the
Right.
lawn stuff.
We actually heard that there was a
Yeah.
misunderstanding.
She felt
But-
bad about that, but she said you were a good sport.
But what's the thing about you saying you can't go out with her? Why?
Okay, so like we did the crochet thing, and I mean I'm always willing to try anything once.
Okay.
And I was having a hard time, and so the instructor like pulled me aside for a little bit, like while Sarah was like in the restroom.
Are you talking about
And-
Glenda? Old Glenda?
Oh, she told you her name?
Yeah, she said Glenda was going hard on you and she kind of felt bad about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea.
Dang.
So Glenda, she pulled me aside and she was like showing me how to crochet. But while she was showing me, she started talking about her son and how she's been trying to set up Sarah with her son. So she was asking me like questions like, "Oh, have you been dating Sarah for a while?" And I was like, "No, this is our first date."
Oh,
And she's like, "Oh, I don't think Sarah's a good match for you. I've been
Oh.
trying to set her up with my son."
Oh, so you're scared of competition
No, it
I'm
just
not
You're-
puts
you're
him in a
backing
bad
down?
spot.
Scared of
That's
Glenda.
weird.
from Glenda's son.
Yeah, but why would you have to listen to anything Glenda says? It's not like
Well, first of all, I don't really like drama, and this already sounds like it's going to be a dramatic thing.
Yeah, bro, I feel it. I wouldn't want anything to do with that either, dog.
you're at a
Exactly.
crochet class. It's only going to be drama there.
Sarah really likes crochet.
Okay.
But number two, Glenda offered me $100 to not go on any more dates with Sarah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God! Are you
Glenda paid
serious?
you off?
That's what happened.
Yeah, so I took the money.
No.
You took the money.
Wait, what is happening right now?
Oh. There goes your money.
Yeah, Jake.
You guys didn't tell me she was on the line.
Yeah.
You told me not to tell her.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to what you said.
Yeah, yeah,
But you
you
told
got
her.
me, but like,
Yeah, that's how these calls work. They listen on the other line, but she wants to talk to you, man, clearly. Sarah?
$100?
Yeah.
That was it? Like, first of all, thanks, Glenda, for caring that much. I see you care.
She's got all those on her.
I mean, Glenda's probably going to have her sons back before she has yours.
yeah, Glenda really likes you. She really likes her son. Maybe you should give her son a shot.
What?
Huh?
Oh my gosh, bro! You are not playing matchmaker
You're
right
stumping
now.
for Glenda's son.
I get it. Like $100 isn't a lot of money. It's like a gallon of gas and a gallon of milk. But the date wasn't going the best anyway. So, I just took some beer money. I don't know.
That's a little harsh.
Well,
I mean, I personally wasn't on your date, but it sounded like you two were trying to have fun and do a unique activity. There was
Yeah.
some 1980s movies references thrown
Until
in.
she got sold for beer money.
Yeah, I thought we were having fun. We were laughing. We were having a good time.
oof.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, we were, but I'd rather take the $100.
Oh.
Did you? Can I just
Still.
ask? Did you at least wait to the end of the date to take the money, or was that right at the beginning?
Oh, no. She slid it to me when she pulled me aside and you were in the restroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like halfway through, you knew.
What would have been more awkward
Yeah.
for him to accept $100 from her at the very end of
He
the
reaches
date?
over her.
I mean,
Excuse me, hold on. You got
If
that
he,
money?
the thing is if he knew he wasn't going to call her anyway, I mean, I wouldn't blame him for
I would
taking
take
the
it.
money.
I mean,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah, but if
Snatch and get up and leave.
you don't even give her a shot, right?
Yeah.
You don't even
Well,
see the date through.
I didn't even try to kiss her or go home with her at the end of the
I
date.
know.
We know.
Yeah.
We
You're
know.
gonna take
Glenda-
advantage
It's
of
just
the
like
situation.
Page
I'm kind
off.
of mad at Glenda, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's
No way. No, I'm thankful for Glenda because she helped me to weed you out.
Oh,
And frankly,
Whoa.
her persistence, and her son is a nice guy.
oh, you've
Oh.
met him.
Oh, you know the son.
But
Why-
why
why-
have you been avoiding him then? Not going out with him?
I just wasn't interested, but he
No.
seems like a much more viable option now.
He's not cute, huh?
You're going to pay you two. No, I'm
I
kidding.
mean, you could be Glenda's future daughter-in-law.
Hey, you know she's
Think
got
about
money,
that.
Yeah.
You might get future crochet lessons for free.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Have we ever had a second dater that's like pushing somebody away so hard like he
Oh,
is
it's-
right now?
Feels like a
I
first.
can't go on a second date. I took the $100.
Oh, well, good. I wasn't going to ask you, Jake. I was going to ask Sarah if you would like to go out on a date with Glenda's son.
No way.
Are
A
we
date
gonna pay
that-
for it?
Yeah, we're going to
Oh
pay
my
for
God.
it.
Why
We
is, how is everyone getting paid to go on dates right now?
We would make Glenda's dreams come true.
Technically, I'm getting paid to not go on a date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's
All
a good
right.
point.
So you keep that $100, agree to continue to not go out with Sarah. Sarah, will you go out with Glenda's son?
You know, yeah, I will.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh my God!
Congratulations,
yay?
Glenda's son. If you're listening, you just got a date with Sarah.
Everybody wins.
Do we have to get an update?
Everyone's being bribed left and right.
Who knew there was so much drama in the crochet class? This should
Yeah.
be Real Housewives of Crochet.
You're right, bro.
Well, Sarah, congratulations. We got you a second date.
I am actually pretty excited to go out with anybody but Jake. So.
Oh, burn.
Well, Benjamin Franklin agrees.
It's almost time for your second date update.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah?
Oh, that was kind of nice.
What?
You like
No,
it?
it's
I gotta-
stressful.
I gotta get that again.
It's an alarm. It's like a warning.
Oh, I need to set this as my phone ringtone.
No.
Oh, it's
Why?
so soothing.
You're a terrible
Oh.
person.
The reason I bring it up is because one of our listeners contacted us saying in the middle of their hangout, the woman had an alarm go off on her phone.
Was it that one?
Oh.
I hope so. But what happened next surprised all of us because it started the weirdest, but maybe best part of their entire night.
Whoa.
Why did the alarm go off? You're about to find out in your second date update. Oh,
Ah.
it's almost here. We gotta go home, guys. Second date.
It
Next.
stresses me out.
Question for Jose and Alexis. What is the quickest that you've ever gone from matching with someone to meeting up with them?
Oh, wow.
Like a couple days, couple seconds?
Seconds.
I
Like-
saw minutes
Yeah,
in
not inside your
Alexis's
house.
eyes. when she
Hey,
was thinking
cutie,
about
what's
it.
up? I'm here.
Yeah.
It depends if I'm already stalking them or not.
Yeah.
Probably a week.
A week?
Yeah,
week.
I
Oh,
would
that
say
long?
around the same. I normally just match to feel like I'm attractive, and then I never meet up.
You
with
guys
them.
don't just
point.
like go to the bar and find out who's closest and then figure it out?
Okay, we're not
Is that
that
what you do?
desperate.
We all know
Well, I
Brooke's
never
strategy.
did. I never got to do dating apps. I just thought that would always be my plan.
Well, I bring it up because one of our listeners, Jack, says he was surprised at how fast he got the green light to see his date in person.
Wow.
So, Jack, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you.
I am excited to hear about your date. And then after this, you want to grab a drink or something?
That was quick, Jeff.
I'm just saying.
Just let
He's
anyone.
looking for a man that moves fast,
Yeah.
Jack.
What's the name of the person that you matched with?
I matched with this girl named Naomi online.
Jack and Jeff sound better.
Yeah.
I agree.
Jack and
That is
Naomi,
cute.
but
Alright.
that is also a pretty name.
And how long did it take for you and Naomi to agree to meet up?
It was really quick. We matched, and like within 10 minutes, she was asking me to meet up.
Whoa,
10 minutes?
10 minutes?
That's a record.
What?
You
Was
must be
she-
quite the smooth talker.
Were
dude.
you
Either that or it was like 2 a.m. and she was drunk.
And Brooke is right. You were like at the same bar,
Good
sitting next to
point.
each
Yeah.
other.
I didn't think
I
about that.
mean-
That's a good question.
What time of day did this happen?
This was kind of like early morning, and
Oh.
then she wanted to
Whoa.
meet up that afternoon.
Oh,
wow.
Cool. I mean, were you excited about that or were you freaked out?
No, I was excited. She was really cute, and she seemed interested.
Obviously.
What? Yeah.
Isn't that kind of a red flag, though?
I
Where
almost
it's
feel
like,
like
they
it's-
instantly want to see you?
It's at least like a pink flag.
I don't
okay.
know. Maybe she had a date planned and the other guy bailed and she's like, well, let's fill in the blank.
Again.
Who's
I'll take
online
anybody.
already?
Yeah. I don't have standards as long as it's a warm body.
Well, she explained that she was like new on the app, and she's looking to date someone, and I seem like a nice guy, so she wanted to grab a drink with me at this bar.
Okay. And you didn't
Nice.
at any point think you were getting catfished? Like, too convenient. You must be a robot.
Yeah, that thought definitely crossed my mind, but it's not like she wanted a phone number or anything. She wanted to meet up, so I
Okay.
was going to find out that day.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I think it would be kind of refreshing because suddenly you're just meeting with this person and you don't know a lot about them. Instead
Yeah.
of having all of that small talk out of the way, like you have a lot to discuss.
How did it go?
It was amazing. She was like really, really pretty, and she laughed at all my jokes. But
Important.
we really weren't there long until some alarm went off, and she said she had to go.
What?
Wait,
What type of alarm?
She had set an alarm on her phone, and it was
Oh.
probably like 15 minutes of the date had gone by.
was she
Wow.
doing her own speed dating?
Yeah, that's what I think right away.
Another guy came in and took your seat?
She's like, I'm gonna have to ask you to get up. Actually.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't give you any other explanation.
Yeah, what happened?
She's like, I'm supposed to go check out this apartment nearby. Do you want to go with me?
Oh, and
Oh.
come. That's great.
Okay.
Wow, she does move fast. Already
For
asking you
real.
to move in.
Is that weird? I think a lot of people would think that's a fun idea to go check out apartments or like a house together on a date.
Is that what you thought, Jack?
Yeah, it was a little surprising that first she wanted to meet really quickly, and then she wants to check out this apartment. So I didn't really know what was coming next.
Like,
Yeah.
I have a baby to deliver later.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah.
come with me?
Let's go to this tuxedo shop and then go to the church right after. What do you think?
The wedding officiant's waiting in the apartment.
That's weird to us, but tell us how it went.
Well, we went to this apartment together, and I'm talking with the lady, showing her around, and
So funny to imagine.
so Naomi, she loved the place, and she actually like gave me a big kiss in front of the apartment manager, and
Oh.
Whoa.
It's awkward for the apartment manager.
I would be like, I need you to leave, actually. This
Yeah.
is ours now.
We really need to test this place out. If you know what I
The floors.
mean.
I mean, that had to have been unexpected. What happened next?
so we just went back to the bar, and the chemistry felt really good, and
Huh.
she just went to the bathroom and never came back.
Wait,
No,
what?
Wait, what?
Why'd you say that so casually?
We were
Yeah.
vibing and clicking, and then she was gone.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Weird.
We knew she was red flags. Just saying.
Yeah, now it's a red
Hold
flag.
on. That's so strange.
Yeah.
Because it's not like she was using you for anything, right?
No.
Like, she didn't ask for any money, right? She didn't ask you to co-sign on the apartment.
She
We've
went-
heard
That
that
would've been-
before.
She went so fast with everything else. Maybe that's just how long her relationships normally last. Like, she can't go a full 24 hours.
It's been 34 minutes. We're broken up.
How long ago was that?
That was like 3 weeks ago, and
Whoa.
she hasn't called me back or anything. I even went to the apartment to see if she had moved in,
That's
and
a little creepy.
I know, but that's the only thing I could think of to try and get a hold of her because she wasn't answering.
Hmm.
Weird.
I mean, so it's been 3 weeks.
This is like a mystery.
It is. It's a big mystery.
It's a roller coaster, highs and lows.
Yeah.
With the pace that she moves through things, who knows? She probably could have been married and divorced 6 times over in that span of time. But we'll call her and try and figure out the real reason when we do your second date update right after this.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, hold on, man. We just heard maybe the quickest hangout in second date history.
Yes.
I mean, I know I've had a few lightning rounds, and I'm not calling a radio station after those to find out what happened.
No, you're just talking about him now? Like,
Definitely. I mean, that's a mess for them to clean up. That's their deal.
okay.
Gross,
But
Jeff.
no.
one of our listeners, Jack, met a girl named Naomi online. They met up the same day that they matched, saw an apartment together, went back to a
Wild.
bar, and then she disappeared into the bathroom forever, never to be seen or heard from again.
That's so crazy.
Actually, some of my lightning rounds happened in public bathrooms.
Wow.
So don't even get me started on that. But
Thank you.
I think we're already done with those.
it's over. It's been 3 weeks, though, since that happened with Jack. And we never asked, though, is there anything, Jack, that you think you may have done wrong? Like when she kissed you, did you hold eye contact with the lady showing the apartment?
No, I did not.
Thank God.
Oh, maybe you should have.
No, I really don't think I did anything wrong. It was a really nice date.
How come, no, you don't sound angry. I'd be a little mad if somebody ditched me in the middle of the date. That's
Yeah.
humiliating.
I'm just kind of confused more than anything.
Okay.
Like, if
All
she
right.
never gets back to me, I'll just always kind of be wondering what could have happened and what did happen.
Yeah.
Was she even real?
Yep, just
Yeah.
like what my lightning rounds think of me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, let's get some answers for you here. I'm going to dial Naomi right now, and hopefully she picks up. We'll see what she has to say. Here we go.
Hello.
Ooh.
She's there.
Hey, is this Naomi?
Yeah. Hi.
Oh
Quick, ask her
my
questions before she
God.
hangs
Oh,
up.
okay.
Yeah.
How
You gotta
are you?
move fast, Jeff.
I'm not good under pressure. What
Oh no, this is like the
Oh,
lightning
no.
rounds.
Oh,
what
God.
day is it?
Come on.
Hi, Naomi.
Hi. Who is this?
Sorry.
Hey, thank you for asking a question. I can answer that. We are a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Okay.
And we're reaching out on behalf of one of our listeners that you went on a date with the other day,
A couple weeks ago, 3 weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago. His name's Jack.
Okay. Wait, why are you calling me about him?
Well, because he reached out to us because he's a little bit confused about what happened when you disappeared. And that's what we do in this segment called a second date update. We try and help give some answers to people who have questions after a date.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He probably does have questions.
Okay.
All right.
So
No.
you would understand why he's so confused.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Could you help maybe shed some light on what went down? Because he has no idea.
Yeah, think from his perspective.
He had a lot of nice things to say. He thought you were a really great person.
Yeah.
I think he's a great person.
No, he is nice. He's really nice. That was part of it.
That was part of it.
Good.
Okay.
This is so weird to say. I don't really want to say it. Like, I basically just used him.
What?
Oh man.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
was like a
like, I don't
Band-Aid.
know.
Just got ripped off.
I don't understand. From what we've heard, you guys went to a bar. He went and checked out an apartment with you. You guys went to a bar again, and then you left.
Mhm.
How is that using him?
It was totally using him. It was exactly the
A
thing.
free drink?
Yeah, for what?
If it was just for drinks, why take him to the apartment?
I know that was why though. I'm not like proud of using him, but
You sound a little proud.
I'm kind of proud of my plan. Like I'm think I had a really good plan.
I don't get it.
Whoa.
Like,
I don't either.
Yeah.
you didn't even get the
Okay.
apartment. He went back there and.
No, I know. No, it wasn't. Here's what happened. So
Okay.
that apartment that I was looking at was actually my ex-boyfriend's apartment.
What?
Oh.
So he was
Okay.
moving out. I knew he was moving out,
Okay.
and I used to stay there a lot. Obviously, we were together,
Uh-huh.
and I had left a locket, a really awesome locket that my dad had given me there, and he had refused to give it back to me.
Oh.
Oh.
God. I don't know why exes do this. Okay.
Total jerk, like just a total jerk move right there. He wasn't giving it back to me, so
Yeah.
I figured out a way to get it back, which was basically I was going to go look at the apartment, but I needed someone to distract whoever was showing the apartment so I could get the necklace.
Why wouldn't you just invite a girlfriend or something?
No. That just wouldn't be as fun. So I go online.
Okay.
You get joy out of this.
It was a good plan. It's a good plan. It was like sneaky.
It is
All
very
right,
sneaky.
Not arguing that.
So I go online and I find this guy who seems really nice and truthfully a little easy to manipulate. And he's available
Oh.
that day, which is perfect. That's what I need. And so, I have him meet me at this bar. We kind of get to know each other. And then we go look at this apartment. And the only thing I hadn't thought out, the one little snafu was that I did not have a jacket with my pockets and I had no other pockets. So I'm thinking on the fly. And at the end of this apartment viewing, I reach in and I give him a kiss and I slip the locket in his jacket pocket while I kiss him, which I'm thinking is brilliant. So smart, right?
I don't know that
he's totally feeling it. The apartment lady's like, oh yeah, they're such a cute couple. Also, by the way, if she happens to suspect anything, he has the locket and he gets in trouble and I don't get in trouble. It's smart. It's smart.
Yeah, you always need a fall guy whenever you're getting your stuff back.
How would you get it back
Right.
out of his pocket though? Because you left him.
So
Yeah.
we go back to the bar and we're chatting and he hangs up his jacket. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So I just reach in stealthily, 007 style, and I get my necklace, excuse myself to the bathroom, and I'm out.
Wow.
That is so cold-hearted.
But
That is.
it's an extremely intricate plan
It
just
really
to get a
is.
piece of jewelry back. I mean, you went full Ocean's 11 for this
Seriously.
locket.
Exactly
Yes,
what I thought.
Ocean's 11.
So
But why
I didn't
did you
mean it
have
as a
to-
compliment.
But why did you have to ditch Jack? I don't understand.
I wasn't interested. I didn't want to date him. He's not my type at all.
Well, you know
Oh,
what?
no.
I
Poor
don't
guy.
don't say that to us.
yeah.
Jack deserves
Oh.
to hear that from you directly.
Does he
and
deserve that?
well,
I don't
now's your
think he
chance
does.
because Naomi, Jack's been listening this entire
Oh,
time
I'm
on the other line
sorry.
and wants to
Wait,
hear you
what?
tell him off to his face.
No. Wait,
Jack-
are you kidding me?
He's already heard
I'm
it.
serious.
Wow. Hi, Naomi.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know you were on the phone.
Oh.
I don't
embarrassing.
even know what to say to you. This is crazy.
Oh.
You could have just told me. I would have been down to do the Ocean's 11, Brad Pitt and Clooney style.
Oh,
Really?
I mean,
dang, bro.
honestly, if a hot girl says, "Hey, you want to help me?"
You want to help me steal from my ex-boyfriend's apartment?
I
I
feel
would have been
like,
no.
really,
But it's not stealing. It's my necklace.
yeah.
And I feel
That's true.
I'm not interested in dating him. You. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh,
I just want you to know, I do think you're a pretty bad person.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, he called you
Oh.
pretty, Naomi. That was nice.
Is that what you heard, Jeff?
You're a very pretty
Yeah.
but bad person.
Yeah.
Sorry you feel that way. I just think it was smart. And what? You met up with a girl, you got a drink, and then that's it. Nothing bad happened to you.
Oh, it's
That's a good point.
manipulation.
Yeah,
I mean-
Jack, I am so sorry. This has got to be sucky.
Well, hold on. I think there's an opportunity here. You guys are
What
all
are you
looking at the
talking
negatives
about?
here. Jack, are there any items that your ex-girlfriends have
No.
that you'd like to get back?
She owes you.
Naomi seems like the type that'd be happy to be your accomplice.
Yeah.
I am happy never talking to Naomi again, actually.
Yeah.
Come on, Jack. You don't mean that.
Oh,
Ocean's 11 had at least 2 sequels.
We do work well together.
He didn't know he was working.
Just imagine how effective he would be if he was in on the plan.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think he would compromise it.
Yeah. He does seem like he'd be nervous.
Jack,
All right.
I don't think this is a real loss for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm picking up on that. I should have really gone with my gut and known it was too good.
Oh my God. Do you realize that's exactly what Andy Garcia said at the end of Oceans when he found out he got taken for $2 billion?
Jeffrey!
The prophecy's being fulfilled. It's meant to be.
We did it.
Oh.
They say no good deed goes unpunished. And that's true for compliments, too. Like, just this morning, I was trying to be a nice guy and tell Brooke her outfit today is way less frumpy and hideous than the one that she
Jeff.
wore yesterday and the day before that and all the days I've ever known
Why are you
her.
saying that again?
What, do I even get credit or a thank you at all?
No, you don't.
You don't look
okay.
frumpy at all like usual.
I'm sorry for complimenting your outfit today. Never again.
Oh, wow.
Jeez, you try to
Okay.
appreciate
See,
someone.
one of our
Yeah.
listeners had the same exact problem where she tried to give her date an honest compliment, and somehow he turns that into some sort of dig.
No.
Oh,
How could he
boy.
do that?
You're going to hear what happened in your brand new second date update next. Alexis, what do you find attractive in a guy's profile online? Maybe he's got a great smile.
Oh, good smile's good.
His profile says he works for White Claw.
Ooh, wait. I would definitely message that out.
Stop it.
That's the prompt I would click to.
Mango flavor only.
Yeah.
He's a roadie for Nickelback.
Oh.
Oh, wait, sorry. That's Brooke's thing.
What?
My bad.
Yeah.
But one of our listeners had something else that she was instantly attracted to on a guy's profile that made her go, ooh,
What is
I
it?
need to know him. Let's talk to Kelly a little bit. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Hey.
Did he work for Truly?
Right.
Second.
Rivals.
I feel like every guy listening is about to change their profile to include whatever it is you're about to say.
Yeah, tell us about this guy.
Okay, well, I found this guy, Mike, while I was searching on the app.
Oh, it's his exotic name.
Ooh, Mike.
Not many of them.
Mike with a Q.
Yeah.
Wow. Must be European.
What was it about Mike that stood out so much?
Okay, this is weird, but I really enjoy grocery shopping.
Oh.
Okay.
Really? What is it, like therapeutic or something?
Oh.
Like some people enjoy cleaning.
Yeah, I mean, I really like cooking, and then I also really like finding new products and
Interesting.
You just love paying all that money.
And it is soothing when you're in the produce section and the thunder goes like, "Boo," and then it sprinkles all over all the
Okay.
I do
vegetables.
enjoy that. That's the only time I shower all week.
You guys, no.
I'm serious. That
I'm
is
not,
a, that's
I
a
know
really
you're
fun
serious.
time.
I'm going to go with hard no.
Kelly, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Even if everybody else hates the grocery
We got
store.
your
Did you find Jeffrey online and his dating profile said that?
Mike.
Yeah, I was joking.
Yeah,
It's fine.
It's okay. Leave the humor
It wasn't
to me,
that
Brooke.
funny, so I forgive you, Kelly.
So what?
Mike is really funny.
Sorry, we were going off for a while. What did you see on Mike's profile?
So he had a photo of himself in the produce aisle, just kind of like being goofy and holding, some fruits and vegetables.
Oh, please don't tell me it was a dude holding 2 melons.
Also, do you ever wonder who takes that pic?
I hope it's not random. Excuse me, person that works here.
Okay.
Can you get a picture of me holding this giant eggplant?
So wait, you saw that was a turn on to you?
Yeah, I mean, I figured if you're cute under fluorescent lighting, you got to be cute in real life.
Yeah.
And was he?
He was. So we talked and we made plans to meet up at this bar. And then when I met him, he was way hotter than I thought he was in the photo.
Okay, even hotter.
Yeah. So I kind of told him that, like, as a compliment, that his photos online were not great. And
Wait, did you word it that way?
well, I don't really remember exactly how I said it, but I kind of was like, your photos online aren't good because you're so much more attractive in person.
Kind of a save. Kind of.
That one sits weird with, I don't know about you guys, but for me, whenever I meet listeners and they're like, oh, you're not as ugly as I thought you were online.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought I looked
I think
good
for guys, it's
online.
different. I feel like more guys do look better in person.
Yeah,
'Cause they're bad at taking
totally.
pics.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
could be. Was he offended?
I mean, I also think he maybe was a little offended, but I tried to make him understand that it was a compliment, and I offered to take photos for him so that he could use, which I now realize is maybe weird on the video.
Oh, yeah. It's like you're trying to set him up for the next person that he meets on the app.
I mean, if a girl said that to you, don't you feel like you just got friend zoned?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I honestly was just nervous and was trying to flirt with her in my weird way.
I get it.
I mean, you tried to save it at least, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like you left it at like, you're way hotter than your ugly ass pictures online.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Did you actually take new pictures for him?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Alexis was wondering who's
Yeah.
the one that takes the pics.
Yeah.
It's you.
What did you do at the bar?
Drink and talk.
We don't know that with her.
Insult him more?
No. We were just like talking and getting to know each other. And then we brought up camping, which, I really like. He is like kind of newer to outdoorsy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But REI came up and he said he had never been. And I freaking love REI.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
this Brooke feels about REI how you feel about grocery shopping.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love going to REI.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Don't they have like
It's
climbing
like-
walls and stuff there?
Yeah,
Or-
every time you go in, you're like, God, I need to start a new outdoor hobby.
Exactly.
I'm going to buy a kayak and a mountain bike.
Nothing hotter than talking about REI on a
Dude,
first date.
wait till you get your first dividend check. Then you're going to be like,
What's a dividend check?
Yeah.
You get money to spend at the end of the year because it's a co-op.
Oh, is that like a
Okay.
senior
Never
citizen
mind.
thing? It's like a stipend.
That's why we don't
Okay,
get it.
I can't wait.
So you went? You just took them?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, wow.
Two drunks at the REI on the first date. I wish I would have been there just to witness you guys walking around.
Yeah.
Test out this sleeping bag.
How did that go?
I mean, it was cute. I
Well, good.
walking around making jokes.
Did he
Okay.
still seem interested or was he just lying about being interested? You know what I mean? Like someone says they're super into something and you're like, yeah, that's cool. I like that too.
Well,
and
I
then
don't
you-
lie to people on dates like
Yeah.
you do, Brooke, so I'm not sure what that's like. But
It seemed like he was genuinely interested. I mean,
Okay.
maybe he was lying, but I don't know. I thought we were having a good time.
Okay, so you're clueless? You have no ideas?
No idea.
Huh.
all right, and how long has this been since you gave him the tour of REI?
It's been 3 weeks.
Oh.
Hey, wait.
Whoa.
Maybe you're such a good tour guide. You motivated him to go camping, and he's still out in the wilderness right now, not receiving any phone calls.
Yeah.
Or he's
Service.
missing
Oh,
because
that!
he's too new to it and couldn't find his way
You
back.
killed him!
It's called
Yeah.
hashtag van life, Brooke. And we're going to check in on him. Hopefully he answers when we call and try and get you your second date update right after this.
Thank you.
All right, hold on. We got a text to 78592 that says, "What's REI?"
What the heck?
I mean, I guess not everybody would know.
It's all over the world.
That doesn't mean everybody knows what it is. If you
For
haven't been
camping
there,
and hiking and...
yeah, it's a chain of outdoor recreation stores where they sell all sorts, like bikes,
Everything.
camping gear,
Yeah.
harnesses, whatever you would need to be outside.
I
Even
wonder-
like the North Face hoodies, which are that's the only thing I've ever bought from REI ever.
Have you been to a store?
No, I bought it online.
Oh, okay.
Oh. They do
gonna
have an
say.
online store too. Go check them out.
Yeah, the North
REI.com.
Face is my- that's a good brand.
But I should ask Brooke this question.
Yeah.
Because you've been there a lot.
Yep.
Are there hot people who work there
Oh.
or walk around there a lot?
Hot people? Yeah, there's definitely attractive people. Oh my God.
Oh.
I just got a board from there this last year, and the girl who fitted me for the board, smoking.
See,
Ooh, she was
that's,
she was.
that's what I'm worried about. I'm
Why?
worried that when Kelly took Mike to the REI store, I'm hoping that he didn't meet some sexy outdoor
Oh.
climbing enthusiast who invited him to scale her Twin Peaks right
see.
there in the back room. Because we've heard stuff like this happening before,
Yeah.
where somebody else swoops in the middle of a date.
And I bet they have a pretty big back room.
Oh.
There's a lot of
Oh,
like
yeah.
big
I
stuff
bet
that
it's
they got to
nice.
move through that store.
Yeah. Kelly, do you think that's a possibility? Were there any attractive females while you were shopping at REI?
I mean, it wasn't like he was flirting with anybody.
In front of you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it could just be that he felt like he was forced into something he actually wasn't that interested in.
Yeah, that's probably the most realistic.
I mean, he couldn't keep continuing the lie, right? Because then before he knows it, he's camping with you and hating every second of it.
Yeah, get out of that.
I guess. I think camping is great, though.
I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But, nobody else in this room is.
Yeah,
Oh,
only
yeah,
one
sorry.
person in this room agrees, but...
All right. Let's call Mike, though, and see what he has to say. You ready to do this, Kelly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, I'm looking for Mike.
Yeah. Is this the bill collector again?
Uh-oh.
I really.
No. No.
No, I'm not a bill collector.
Yeah,
But
we are. We need
impressive-
$100 right now, please.
Impressive that you answer your phone when you're getting those type of calls.
Yeah, you should just hit ignore next time, bro.
Wait. So who is this?
Yeah, we're a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
With the love collectors. No?
Please ignore my
I thought that was pretty
my
good.
female
Please don't
co-host who's
send
in
us any
heat.
love as well.
No, we're a
Radio show?
Yeah, we're a radio
Yeah.
show. We do a segment called Second Date Update, where we try and help out our listeners reconnect after they've gone out on a date with somebody that they really liked.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. It means somebody went out with you and had a really good time and wants to meet up again. Her name's Kelly.
Oh,
It was. I know, it's been a while ago. It was like 3 weeks ago that you guys met up.
yeah. Kind of wish it was the bill collector, but
Wow.
It was that bad?
Yeah.
When we talked to her, she sounded lovely. Uh-oh.
Oh.
let me just be honest here. Like, it was okay for a little bit, but it did get weird.
Okay. Are you
Okay.
talking about where she offered to take new pictures of you because
forgot
your
about that
profile pics weren't good enough?
Yeah.
She told you all that?
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
Were you offended?
I mean, yes, but also I don't think we should really be talking about that.
What should we be talking about?
If that's how she wants to play, then I'm happy to play my side of the story.
Yeah, let's hear
Okay.
your side.
Oh, this sounds juicy.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, did she mention us talking about camping?
Yeah.
Yeah, that came up. That you guys mentioned going camping, and she even took you to a camping goods store.
Yeah. She was thinking of going camping with some friends soon, and
Okay.
she was like basically inviting me, which I mean, that's kind of weird, after a first date to be like, oh, why don't you come camping for multiple days and meet my friends? Like, that's
But
way
okay.
too soon.
Sounds really nice when you put it that way.
No, I see what he means. It's one thing to go camping, but then I'm going to be stuck with your friends or your
But
family.
maybe okay,
That's a
wait.
huge ask.
Wait though. Maybe it was like one of those invitations where you
Yeah.
like I automatically invite people to everything, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm actually going to follow through.
I think you're
Yeah.
going to say no.
So
Yeah.
that's the big red flag. She liked you and wanted you to meet her friends.
I mean, no, that's not the big red flag.
Oh, it's not.
Oh.
I told her I'm not really the biggest fan of camping. I tried it once. I really didn't love it.
Oh.
I didn't love it so much that I actually slept in my car.
Oh.
Yeah. And apparently for her, that was like the worst thing I could say to her.
What?
Why?
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. She was so shocked, and she was like, how do you not like camping? Everyone loves camping. Like, she was like, what? You've never spent a night in a tent? You've never experienced the joy of taking I don't think I can say that word on the radio, but you gotta have the rumble with the bear. Like,
What?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Those are her highlights.
That's a little extreme.
she just kept going on and on and on about how great camping was, and I'm trying to force a smile. Then she dragged me to that sporting goods store. I don't know what's it called.
REI.
REI.
Wait,
Yeah.
that all happened before you guys went to REI?
Yes.
Oh.
Dude, the way she played it, the way she described
Yeah.
it is that you said you were new and you were excited about trying it out.
Mhm.
No. She was like going on about it at dinner and then at the store. It was nonstop.
Okay. She was trying to sell you on going camping by showing you all of the things that you could buy and all the things you could use the next time you went out into nature.
Yeah, she showed me 18 different types of canteens. I was like, I get it. Can we go home?
Oh, wow.
She part of a pyramid scheme for camping.
Oh man.
She should work for REI. Though.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
should.
I don't think
I think she's getting a commission, or she has a lot of stock there, or something like that.
her last name is actually REI.
Yeah. Actually, we can ask her if that's true because I didn't tell you this earlier, but Kelly is on the other line right now listening to this whole thing.
What?
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm just gonna stick with what I said on the date. Is that everyone does love camping? They just need to find the right things to take with them so they feel comfortable.
That is objectively not true. Not everyone loves camping. What a crazy thing to say, you psycho.
Oh, wow.
Psycho.
Okay. We don't have to call anyone names, but if you're
Well,
going to be
I'm
a
sorry, you're the one
homebody,
who's
like
putting us on the radio. That's pretty crazy to begin with. So
Okay, everybody likes being on the radio. Sometimes you just have to try it and get used to it a little bit.
That was actually psycho.
If you're nervous, we can show you all kinds of microphones
Yeah.
you can talk into.
I mean, Kelly, it doesn't sound like you're listening to him at all.
I heard what he said, and I really truly believe that, like, deep down, he really likes camping based on other stuff that he said. And you know what? I if I remember, I think he did say that he didn't have a great time, but he would be open to trying camping again.
Oh,
really?
Look at that, leading her on
that
with
true,
that
bro?
camp talk.
I was just saying that to try to get you to stop camp-splaining to me.
Explaining that's what Brooke does to us all the time.
Maybe there could be a small nugget of truth to it. Do you think, Mike?
Are you on board with her? Because I hate camping. I don't want to do it. I don't know how to make that any clearer.
Well, I'm just saying, sometimes some things are an acquired taste, like coffee or meth.
How can anybody not like camping? You're in the outdoors. There's fresh air.
Why am I still on the phone right now? Like, I said this and you guys are still talking about it? I really don't understand.
You're still on the phone because somewhere deep, deep down, you really do want to see Kelly again and go out one more time. Even if I'm not saying out in nature, let's go out in the city somewhere that we would pay for if you're up for it, Mike.
In an REI?
No, far away from REI. That's what we do, Mike. We offer to send you guys out on another day on our dime.
Yeah.
It's clearly not a match. I mean, camping is clearly her number one thing. She doesn't have time for a man because she's so married to camping.
She's married to the woods.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to marry a bear.
Okay. Well, at least meet up with her one more time so she could take some new photos of you for your profile pic.
Oh.
No, because she's going to drag me to the woods to take those photos.
Yeah, act like you just picked these carrots.
Well, Kelly, I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to get a second date for you here.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to try and see if there's an outdoorsy app or something I can find a man on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good app. It's about how to start a campfire. It's called Tinder. You should download that one.
I get it. Yeah, but I'll bomb.
We were so close to ending on a laugh, and the second date just missed. Do you suffer from severe oversharing?
Oh.
Do you ever find yourself updating the cashier at Chipotle about your latest invasive medical procedure? Have you ever been in an elevator and realized you're unloading all of your childhood traumas onto 4 people you've never even met before? Then this second date is for you.
There is relief.
One of our listeners says she accidentally overshared way too much about her dating past to the guy that she was out with.
Oh, no.
And after we heard it, we weren't sure she would be able to come back from it.
Oh, God.
So you're going to hear exactly what happened in your brand new second date update right after I hit the bathroom for a number 1.
Oh, see, you don't have to say
No
that
promises that shouldn't be just that, though.
All right.
And while I'm in there, I may even check on a mole that normally stays out of sight.
Okay, can we just leave it,
I'll
Jeff?
let you all know how that goes when we come back and do your second date update next. Being a woman on a dating app must be like going to the Cheesecake Factory and looking at the menu.
Oh.
You just have so many options and pages to choose. You don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, do I want something that's tart and 6'4", or something with a little more in the middle, but he's got chocolate chips in his teeth?
Okay. From Alexis's reaction, I don't think the menu items look that good for her.
It's just a par menu.
Yeah.
Did I say the Cheesecake Factory had a great menu?
Good
I
point.
said there's a
Right.
lot of options.
A lot of options, not rave reviews on all of them.
I mean, I bring it up because one of our listeners, Morgan, says she met a guy recently on a dating app. And so I want to hear about it. Morgan, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Was he the Snickers cheesecake of your life?
Oh, that's the good one.
I mean, honestly, though.
That's
the
what
Adam's
it
peanut
is.
butter one's really good.
I am curious, as a woman, how do you decide who you want to go out with if you're getting tons and tons of swipes?
I mean, you kind of pick one that like maybe has something that stands out to you. You know, you kind of go with your gut.
All right.
Okay.
And how did your gut do for you this time?
Yeah, what was your gut craving? What's its name?
Well, I wasn't craving this, but I saw his picture and he was really good looking. And then I realized he had taken his picture of himself on a toilet.
Oh, no.
What?
And he's like, it's in a funny way. And he's like surrounded by toilet paper and he's got like a toilet brush in one hand.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So your gut was craving toilet boy?
Yeah.
And I just thought it was hysterical.
Oh, you thought it was funny.
Oh, God.
Interesting. What was
Okay.
his name?
Aiden.
Aiden.
Okay.
I thought it sure was going to be like Ed or Rupert.
All right. You swiped on toilet guy Aiden.
He must be hot to be able to pull off a toilet picture.
I'm confident, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
Like a
only way you
six-pack.
can do it. Yeah.
That makes sense. So what did you and Aiden do when you went out?
Well, we met up and went to a bar and we were having like a pretty good time, a little fun. We were drinking a little bit and
as we drank, we talked more. And at one point, we kind of bonded about like our most memorable date.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I told him about mine, and I was like, it was kind of a normal date. And he was like, well, why was it so memorable? And I was like, well, I was engaged to a different person at the time.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Wow. You just threw that out there?
Yeah, he was like, oh, gosh.
That's a bomb.
Yeah,
Wait, so you were cheating on your fiance?
Well, I mean, I was kind of on the way out.
Oh, that's not an
Okay.
Just checking the field out one more time.
Yeah. As a guy, if you're sitting across from somebody and you hear them say that would be kind of a red flag. I mean, not kind of.
You
That's
say
a big red flag.
Kind of. I can't believe you said kind of,
Yeah,
even
I
to
know.
begin with that.
Excuse me, the giant red flag.
What did he say? What was his reaction to that?
Well, he was like, you're not engaged now, right? And I was like, oh, no. We laughed about it. And, like looking back, I realized it was probably a really bad thing to do, and I shouldn't have done that, But I hope he doesn't think I'm an unfaithful person.
Well, he probably does.
Yeah, that's how you
Maybe,
guys meet. He's gonna think
Yeah.
one day if I'm engaged to you, you may go on dates with other guys.
That's kind of intense. What was his most memorable date?
I honestly don't even remember.
Oh,
Yeah, I probably changed the momentum.
Yeah, she was just
Yeah.
shame spiraling, realizing what she had done.
oh my gosh, girl.
Yeah, I was kind of, my mind was elsewhere. But, we kind of got over it and started, talking kind of flirty again.
Oh, you did?
Okay. What do you talk flirty about after admitting to dating other people on your fiance?
Quick change of subject, right? And at one point, I asked him, are you a boob guy or a butt guy? And he was a boob guy. And I had mentioned, I was thinking maybe about getting an enhancement.
Oh.
Okay.
You're just throwing it all out there.
That's a smart strategy,
You're like,
though.
two of my 3 husbands are butt guys.
Yeah. Why is it a smart strategy? Just because boobs are going to distract him that much?
Totally. He's going to forget everything that happened before that moment.
I don't know, man.
Trust me, I know. We know.
Yeah.
God, that's why.
You said
Okay.
boob enhancement. I haven't heard anything else she said since.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right.
Maybe at this point I'm getting a little too tipsy. The night kind of ended a little faster than I thought it would, but like I said, I'm kind of glad it did end because the alcohol was really starting to kick
Yeah,
in.
who knows what else you would have shared?
Yeah.
My God.
This is kind of a train wreck, not gonna lie.
It feels like an overshare.
But again, remember, this is a guy who takes pictures of himself on the toilet and posts them online. We're
But
not-
that's funny.
Yeah.
Cheating on your fiance, not really.
Well, I didn't cheat. I mean, technically. I went on a date. I had a free meal.
No, that's full cheating. You can't date someone else. Wait, did you tell him that too? Did you tell him that?
No, I said nothing happened. It was just dinner and, some social time.
What?
Okay. Yeah,
Mind blown.
She answered the question honestly. It was a memorable date night for her.
And everyone
I shouldn't say it
else-
was the best date night for her. It was a memorable
And
one.
all relationships are different. I do think 99% of them would consider cheating, but maybe you have a really cool fiance.
Well, no, they're not together anymore. I think
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Well, we haven't asked that. Are you still with your fiance?
No, her date asked that.
No, I'm single.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her date even asked to make sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's a smart guy, I guess.
Yeah.
I remember. I stopped listening.
So we
It's a
need to
boob
help
thing.
you come back from this because I'm guessing that you have not heard from him.
Well, I have.
Oh.
Wrong again, Brooke.
Oh
Good
my
work.
gosh.
How does that feel?
Okay. So why are you calling us then? Why don't you guys just go out?
Well, he's kind of aloof. He's not getting back to me right away. And
Sometimes it's an energy shift, or when you ask specifically about dating,
Oh my God.
and they all of a sudden don't answer.
Would it be amazing if we call him and we find out he has a fiance?
Oh.
Why is that funny now? It wasn't funny when the
now
girl
it's
did it.
funny.
Now it's
Just the
hilarious.
irony of it all,
Oh,
you know?
okay. Ironically funny. Well, let's find out how funny it really is. We're going to come back. We're going to call Aiden for you, toilet boy himself, and we'll see what he has to say. Try and get you a second date update right after this, all right?
okay.
Okay, hold on. We've always said on this show, talking about exes on a first date is a big no-no.
Yeah.
But we've never said anything about bringing up past behavior when you were engaged and you accidentally went on a date with somebody else.
I don't think she was an
Whoopsies,
accident.
I got a free dinner and a funny story out of it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
See,
silly.
if we don't want our listeners to do that, we need to explicitly tell them not to.
Well, I mean, that's actually true. I mean, this woman doesn't even think that was cheating.
It wasn't.
Oh.
It's not cheating until parts touch.
No,
That's
no.
Emotional cheating.
If my husband went on a date with someone, you better, yes, you better bet your butt that
Can you
it's
imagine
cheating.
you coming home from work, Brooke?
Oh
like,
my
I've
God.
been on 4 dates this week, and they're all been so bad, honey.
So do I have to cancel dinner with him later? Is that what you're saying?
Jeffrey.
He's going to be really upset about
Jeff
this.
and Michael.
All right, but see, this is something that happened to one of our listeners, Morgan, on her date, who told a story about how she went out with a different guy while she was betrothed to another. They're no longer betrothed.
Okay.
She made that clear.
Engaged.
Well, I didn't want to keep saying engaged, so I had to dig into my, source.
She's single.
Yes, she is single
Yes.
and trying to mingle once again with Aiden. That's the guy that she went out with.
Yep.
So, Morgan, how we doing?
I'm doing good.
Really, even after hearing all that. Okay. Okay, I apologize. I like your attitude, though, Morgan. I think you have a good attitude. It sounds like you can take a good joke.
That's
She
me.
means that in the most demeaning way possible.
I don't.
Imagine her
does.
saying this talking
Yeah.
down to you.
Not true.
That's where it's coming from. But we're all on your side, at least for now, Morgan. We'll see if it changes when we call Aiden, okay? Look, don't laugh evilly every time I say things like that. Okay, here we go.
Call him.
Good luck
Oh,
to me.
man.
Let's do it.
You're cracking me up right now.
Hello?
Hey, is this Aiden?
Yeah. Sorry, who's this?
My name is Jeff from Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. We're a radio show.
Hey, Aiden.
I won't even tell you who that is.
Okay. Why are you doing this?
Just like, don't talk to
Just,
her.
don't ask questions. Let
hi,
me talk to you
Aiden.
for a second, Aiden, because we're doing something called the second date update on our show here. You ever heard of that before?
Okay. Yeah, I think I've heard it before.
Okay.
Okay,
Common
that's cool.
segment.
Yeah, it's where we help out our listeners and try and hook them up on a second date after they've gone out with somebody. So
Okay.
you recently went out with a woman who listens to our show named Morgan.
And it doesn't sound like you're ghosting Morgan or anything. I guess you guys have been texting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've trying to be nice a little bit. She seems fine. She's definitely unique.
She's unique. Is that good to you? Is unique good?
Nice, fine, unique. Those aren't usually glowing reviews.
Jeff.
Did she tell you like how the date went?
We got some details from it. We heard you were out at a bar together.
Yeah.
And you guys talked about some interesting things.
Yeah.
After having
true.
some drinks, of course.
Little truth serum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little discussion about some of your most memorable dates.
Right. So, oh my gosh. So she told you that about that story?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you talking about her story, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you
Yeah.
what how'd you hear it? I just am
So she said her most memorable date was that she went on a date while she was still engaged to a guy.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that sit?
And yeah, that definitely was like pretty weird to me.
Sorry, did you say progressive of her?
Progressive.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, she isn't owned by anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely one way to put it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. We got some red flags in this room when we heard that too.
Oh my gosh,
Right,
totally. And we
yeah.
told her that, but she took it well.
Right. So I mean, that was the first thing.
Oh,
But
that was the first thing. Was there more?
well, if you like got super flirty and was like asking questions that were a little like, I don't know, maybe for later in the date or like for a second date.
Like what?
She was asking me if I was like a butt or a boob guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You don't like
you
that?
know, like I wasn't ready to be like talking about that yet.
See,
You
Jeff,
can
it
just
wasn't a good move. Do you remember you told her, oh, that's a great move,
Yeah.
talking about
Oh,
how
I
you
love
want to
that
get
stuff.
breast
I
enhancements?
don't know why you're bashing me right now.
Because I told you it wasn't a good move. He didn't like it.
Everybody's different, Brooke. It's
I
okay.
think majority of guys would agree, and you can always just say both, brother.
Well, and what it sounds like is she was just trying to set it up so that she could brag about maybe getting a boob
Yeah.
job at some point.
She was kind of leading.
Yeah.
So was that like inappropriate to you?
It was definitely on the line. And she immediately
Yeah, okay.
like mentioned, "Oh, I'm getting breast enhancements,"
hmm
and I was like kind of caught off guard. And I said, "Like, well, you don't seem like the type."
Oh.
And just because like she didn't seem like she needed that. She was so confident in herself anyway.
There's a lot of confident women that still get plastic surgery.
Yeah, that's about how it makes them feel.
I mean, do you think that was off-putting to her when you said that she wasn't the type?
She seemed like excited about it to like prove me wrong, because then she reaches into her shirt and whips out this like jelly type thing and plops it down on the table.
It's a cutlet. Yeah.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
She said it's like the saline bag, and I guess they give them to you like at the medical center
So
to
you
like
can put
try
them
it
in your
out.
bra.
It's like a pro water balloon.
Yeah, I mean, she just whipped them out and put it on the table and said, "I'm taking these babies for a test run."
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
I love her.
Did you not laugh? Like, that's pretty funny.
I think I laughed, but I was definitely uncomfortable. It was, I like somebody who's fun and outgoing, and she's definitely that. But this was like insane.
It's a lot for a first date.
Insane. I'm not insane.
Oh, that's not gonna help.
And then she laughed.
Hold on. Is that her?
Yeah.
Is she listening?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's supposed to wait till we call her in, but Aiden, Morgan's been on the other line wanting to talk to you.
Oh my God.
I was a little tipsy, and I had a little problem controlling what I was saying. And at that point, I was kind of doing damage control, but I think I was doing a lot more damage. And
Yeah.
you're that type of guy. You took your picture on a toilet,
Oh yeah.
All right.
Your one of your profile pics or whatever in your dating app was you on a toilet. She said.
We heard about that.
Well, I mean, it's not like my pants were down. I was just making fun of bathroom selfies. Like, come on.
Well,
Okay.
I know, but it kind of sets the tone, right, for your type of humor.
Sounds like maybe you were trying to match each other's energy.
Maybe I was kind of going into the date like a bit more serious, and I just was not ready to dive in the deep end.
Yeah.
Like Morgan was.
You needed a lifeguard by the end of that date.
Yeah, Morgan slapped you in the face.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to get used to me. Like I'm an acquired taste.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
that's a
Say
red
that.
flag. That's anytime someone says you'll get used to them or you'll get used to me, that's always a
It's the same of like, if you can't stand me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
unapologetically me.
Yeah.
It's true.
I see that one a lot.
Which I think is sexy, by the way.
Yeah.
For the
No, me
record.
too, Jeff.
Oh, Aiden, I'm just trying here, okay? I mean, I'll say Morgan sounds fun.
Yeah.
She sounds like you know what you're getting, okay?
That's a good point.
You know, she's laid it out there.
She's very, very brutally honest.
Yeah, I will say, Morgan, you did good by like telling me about that story. I feel like even though it wasn't a good light on you, you still told the story. So I guess that's good to be like
Exactly.
kind of to show your skeleton in the
Look at
closet.
that, Jeff, we're making some progress.
Yeah. I mean, the guarantee for you, Aiden, is if you go out with her, there will be no shortage of excitement.
Yeah, I guess I could go with like a little bit less anxiety on a date.
Oh,
Anxiety.
I'm hearing that you're at least thinking about it. So
Yeah.
we'd like to offer to send you on a date that we would pay for.
Yeah, once you go on like 3 or 4 dates with me, all that stuff I do is normal,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you.
I'm a very awkward person, and I like to laugh at myself, though.
That's true. She has been such a good sport, and we have given her a hard time.
It's hard to turn that down, Aiden. We need an answer, Aiden. Yes or no, you want to see her again?
Yeah, dude.
You know what? Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Just make sure you don't get engaged to her. That's kind of the worst thing.
Hey, maybe you can try out her saline bags, huh? I would want to put them under my shirt. That's why I'm saying
you want him to wear them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kinda cool to see
What
it
did you
feels
think?
Nah, let's not talk about it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You ever wonder why scary movies are always set in these small, isolated towns out in the middle of nowhere?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah. Like, you never see the children of the corn lurking around the downtown hipster kitten cafe. Or Jason Voorhees jumping into an urban spin cycle class before his murdering spree starts.
God.
Oh, no.
Just can't murder as well. My thighs are burning.
Not the Midnight City class.
No, the horror stories always seem to happen in the most remote, podunk places because they're just naturally scary and should be avoided at all costs.
Isolation,
Actually,
Jeff.
where I grew up, but
Well,
okay, Jeff.
One of our listeners
up in
learned that
Podunk.
lesson the hard way because he decided to take his date out to a quaint, remote little town, and they almost didn't come back.
Oh, Oh.
You're going to find out why in your brand new second date update next. How many times has Brooke come to one of us saying, "Oh my God, I have the cutest date night idea ever"?
Yes.
There's this adorable little shop. It's just a 2.5-hour drive away.
Uh-huh.
And a blind woman there teaches you how to cut off your own hair and turn it into a shower loofah.
Isn't that fun?
I just forced my husband to do it with me, and it was so romantic.
Oh my God. And he has such thick hair. You wouldn't believe the loofah that man is able to make. I mean, just a head of gorgeous hair.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes good friends give terrible dating advice. And apparently that's what happened to one of our listeners recently named Will. Will, were you tricked into making loofahs out of your own hair?
No, not a loofah.
Okay, good. And I was going to say, don't call it a hairball because it's not one. All right.
I was going to call it that.
Okay. Tell us about the date that you went on. What's her name?
Her name's Heather.
Heather? Okay. What did you and Heather do for your date?
Yeah, well, I was trying to think of a date idea because I wanted it to be cute. You know, I thought she seemed really nice. So I talked to a friend of mine, and she was like, go try out this little downtown area. It's on like the end of this little peninsula. I had never heard of it before, but apparently it's really cool. But it's kind of far away, and I don't have a car. She doesn't have a car. So we took a bus.
Okay.
Wait.
Took a bus to like some isolated peninsula far, far away.
I thought it was kind of weird, but I like trust this person who told me that it was cool. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
And wait, I mean, is the destination like a cafe? Like, what's the whole point of this?
She said there was bars and restaurants.
Oh, it's like a little town. Okay.
Yeah, like little beach area and things like that. Like a touristy thing.
Yeah.
So you bust over there with Heather.
Yeah, Heather and I bust over there, and I didn't realize that this place, like how small it was going to be, but it literally took us 20 minutes to see everything.
Oh, no, it's that small.
It was very small, but they still had like a restaurant, so we went and ate.
Bet it was a busy restaurant if it's the only one in the whole town.
I mean, what was Heather's reaction? I mean, because I'm guessing the bus ride took a long time.
The bus ride took kind of a long time, but I don't know. I was trying to read the vibe, and she was still having a good time. And we went and ate dinner, and that was a good time. But then there was kind of like nothing else to do after that.
They don't have a hair loofah class that you could take over there?
You didn't plan correctly.
Sadly, no. I didn't see any ads for those.
They're usually in basements, so it's hard to find the flyer.
Should have gone checking around
Makes
people.
sense.
Okay.
I try actively not to check basements for hair loofahs.
That sucks.
Did you guys do a little walk or something?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, well, we walked around for a second, and we were like, all right, let's just go back to the restaurant. They had like a little bar.
Get hammered. That's always a good idea.
True.
Yeah.
I like that you've been there an hour and you're already a regular.
Yeah.
We're back.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
So we're getting drinks, and then we decide we want to leave, and we missed the last bus out of that place.
Oh, this is like when SpongeBob missed the last bus out of the city. Remember that episode? You guys are so
I'm going to
not
take your
cool.
word for it, though.
Everybody understands that.
I mean, that means you just got to pony up for a super expensive Uber, right?
Yeah, and split it.
Yeah, that was the plan, but there were no Ubers in the area.
It's a tiny town.
Yeah. No Ubers, no Lyfts, no nothing.
A bike?
Nope, they moved there.
Oh.
He's actually living there now.
Pay one of the locals to drive you home.
Yeah.
They're like, you're the mayor now.
Yeah, I'm calling from the peninsula. It's been a comfortable life. No, like we have to get like a tiny hotel room.
What?
Oh, God.
Which is also attached to the restaurant.
Man.
It's just one building.
It was pretty close to the restaurant.
Okay.
Wait, what was her reaction? I mean, like, this could go two ways. Either she's really excited and she's like, oh, don't worry about two. We'll split one.
Oh, yeah.
We know which one Brooke would do.
Yeah. So I didn't want to assume anything, and she didn't tell me otherwise. So I just got a room with 2 beds in it.
Oh.
And
that's pretty assuming.
That's safe. Well, no 2 beds, assuming you're not going to sleep together.
No, I think you would have to get 2 different hotel rooms. Like a first night. I don't know. If you're not going to assume anything.
You're gonna make a guy pay for 2 rooms?
That's so much more money.
They could call someone to pick him up.
Dude,
She was
it's his,
there.
and it's his bad planning.
So what happened?
So long story short, nothing happened. Like, we fell asleep watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nice.
Okay.
And we woke up in the morning, no breakfast, got the first bus back. It was just kind of awkward, like, having to be, like, forced to stay together, like, the first night.
Well, not only that, you don't have a toothbrush. You don't have all of your, like, face stuff. Like, you're waking up feeling... Ugh.
And you didn't, like, hook up at all?
It was not great. No, nothing happened.
In separate beds?
Weird.
Was she angry? Was she sitting
Well,
with
that's
her
the question.
arms?
Were you like in one bed cuddling watching it, or were you in separate beds?
No, we were in separate beds the whole time. Like,
oh, God.
Oh, boy.
She might have been mad. I don't know. She was just kind of like not saying anything. And
Oh.
So anyway, I emailed you guys because I have not heard from her.
I feel like it's just as much her fault. I would never not Google that stuff. Like, before I go on a bus with someone somewhere.
And if you're with a dude that you don't want to be with, you'd call your girlfriend.
You would get picked up.
You would get somebody to sacrifice.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
Okay, well, good idea. Let's call her and shame her right in a few seconds, saying it's
think
your
that's
fault.
it.
I think it is.
I think that he did something in the hotel room that
Yeah,
made
that's what
her
I mean.
not happy.
Well, at least
I think
she-
she was into it until a certain point.
At least she didn't like call the Coast Guard to come like get her. Like, I need a chopper.
The Coast Guard who also runs the restaurant, who
Yeah.
also owns the
It's
town.
a peninsula.
It's a busy
There's-
guy. Yeah,
Well,
busy
he's the
person.
mayor now. He has contacts.
So, all
I
right.
control all the helicopters.
Well, we're going to come back. We're going to call Heather for you and see if it was your fault that it ended badly or hers when we do your second
It
date
could have just
update.
been the circumstances.
We'll find out for sure.
That's not fun, Jose.
Get your second date update next. If you missed part 1 of the second date, Will and Heather ended up stranded in a tiny town on a remote peninsula where the last bus had already left, which gave them no choice but to stay the night in one hotel room with 2 separate beds.
Oh.
Brooke immediately said before we left in the first part that something happened in that hotel room.
Oh, scary.
Like a gruff detective who's been working the hooker beats on the wrong side of town. Something don't smell right over here.
All I was trying to say, Jeffrey, is if she agreed to the hotel to begin with, she was feeling something good.
Okay, or comfortable enough.
Yeah, and then it turned to nothing but Pirates of the Caribbean movie watching. Like,
Well, if she hadn't done that, what was her option? To sleep
to get
outside?
her own hotel room.
Oh.
She's a grown woman with her
Yeah.
own credit card. I'm sure she could have covered herself, Jeff.
We don't know what her
Yeah.
credit card situation is like. Maybe they're all maxed out.
That's true, Jeff. First things first, when she gets on the phone, ask her credit score.
All right. Well, we're going to see if Brooke's gumshoe ways are right on or way off. But, Will, maybe you should tell us, did you blow the ending of the Pirates movie? Because maybe Heather hadn't seen it yet.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not much one for spoilers.
Oh, really?
He's like, Johnny Depp gets away. No, come on. You're the worst.
Oh, God.
So funny.
Okay. Well, we don't have any spoilers for how the second date's going to end, so let's
We
get
don't
right
know.
into it. Hopefully it has a happy ending. You ready to do this, Will?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, we're looking for Heather.
Yeah, this is Heather.
Hey, Heather. I said we because you're on with a whole morning show right now called Brooke and Jeffrey.
Hi, Heather. Do you have a second?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like like a radio?
Yeah, we're a radio show.
What if we weren't? What if we were just like a morning show that got together every day and just called people?
Yeah.
Just like a bunch of randoms.
But didn't broadcast?
Yeah.
No,
we
we're-
podcast too, if that makes it
That
feel
is
better.
true, yeah.
We're a legit show, and we're doing something called a second date update.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we try and help some of our listeners who've gone out on dates but are getting ghosted afterwards to try and figure out if anything went wrong or if there's a chance you guys could meet up again. And
Okay.
there's a guy that you went out with recently named Will.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he call you?
Yeah, we heard from Will a little bit about you guys going to this little town on this peninsula, missing the last bus out and having to stay the night there.
Wow. Okay. He told you everything.
Well, I don't think he told us everything because he didn't tell us why you weren't calling.
Yeah,
No, I bet he didn't tell you everything.
Yeah.
because we've heard that you haven't been reaching back out to him after your night together.
Yeah. So honestly, like I was actually really enjoying the date. Like it was going really well. It was funny, like that we kind of got stuck in. Like to be totally honest, I knew the bus schedule because
Oh, what?
Wait,
You know,
what?
if it was a complete flop, I wanted to know my way out.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait, so you purposely missed the last bus? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it wasn't even that. I just kind of checked my watch and realized, like, okay, if we were to catch the last bus, we would have to, like, sprint right now.
And Alexis, I think, mentioned that, like, why would you not know the bus
Glad you're smart and safe, girl.
You know?
Yeah.
I did not expect to hear
sense.
that from you, if I'm being honest.
So you were into him then?
Oh, yeah. Like, it was going very well. And so I just kind of wanted to see what he would do, like, how he would handle that situation. Because, like, everyone puts on their first date face. And I was like, this could be interesting. This would be, like, a fun little plot twist.
It is brilliant.
Wow.
You're right. First date face is a thing. If you went on one date with me, you'd think I'm the perfect man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second date, it's like, oh my God, how are you even alive?
Already by the second date.
I drop
We
it.
fall quickly.
So everything was okay when you got the hotel room?
It was going great. And I was like, okay, I'm excited. And so, yeah, he ended up booking us a hotel room.
Okay, wait. Was that the right move for you? What were you hoping him to do?
Well, I was kind of hoping it would be one hotel room.
Oh, okay.
I was super into it.
Okay.
All right.
So what changed?
Yeah. So we get up to the room, and he's like, let's watch Pirates of the Caribbean. And I'm like, great, a classic. Let's do it.
Yeah. Plus, it's a movie you've already seen. So I always, that indicates to me, like, okay, you don't actually want to pay attention to the movie.
Like, you can tune in if you
Yeah,
want,
yeah.
but it's really background.
Right. Like, I feel like everyone has seen that movie.
Okay.
So anyway, about like 30 minutes into the movie, he pauses the movie just kind of like randomly
Okay.
and like dials a number on his phone, and he like turns it on speakerphone, and I'm like, what is about to happen?
Whoa.
And
What?
this voice comes on, and it's a girl, and she's like, is my baby ready for his nightly routine?
Wait, does he have a girlfriend?
What?
Guys, it's his mom. and she starts reading Goodnight Moon.
Get out of here.
It's gotta be a joke.
I'm still waiting for the weird part.
That does sound like Jeff and his mom.
Yeah, it has to be some joke and it just ended up not funny or something.
I'm like shook at this point. So I'm literally like, I didn't say anything because I kind of kept waiting for it to be a joke.
Did he tell his mom that you were there?
Yeah. He was like, okay, yes, I'm ready, but I've got a friend over, so it's got to be quick.
Oh,
what?
Worse.
And the mom still went through with it.
Yeah.
It's not unusual.
I would have been like, oh, let's do this another time then.
That means he's done this in front of other women before, too?
Whoa, hang on. Can I stop you right there?
Please.
No,
Yeah.
I want it to keep going.
No,
cringy.
I need an excuse. I need like some
This
logical
story was
logic.
just getting good.
No. Hang on.
Right now. Is this
Yeah.
Will? Is that you?
Yeah, that's Will.
Hey, Heather. Hi. Hey, what's up?
We swear his mom isn't on the phone too. I promise.
Yeah, that's how this segment works in the second dates is we have the other person listening so that they can hear what went wrong.
How
or what went right in this case.
think that's a
right?
How do you leave that out?
I think it's weird that you don't appreciate that I have like a good connection with my mom.
I mean,
Okay.
No, that's not normal. You're a grown man.
Oh, grown men aren't allowed to love their moms?
That's not a love.
That's all what I'm saying. I'm saying grown men don't have their mom call them on a date every Goodnight Moon. Like, do you not see
Well,
how that's an
we don't
extreme
get to
turn
see
off?
each other very often, so this is like something that we do together, and it helps me sleep.
There is no way there's not been another person telling you that this is weird and creepy before.
Obviously, I don't like have people around all the time, but you were there, and I thought you would be okay with it and would think it was, like kind of cute.
Huh?
Is that how you felt? Feel like maybe there was a little bit of cuteness to it?
This was not the worst part, though, you guys. Let me cut to the worst part of this. He gets off the phone, and then he decides that this is the time to come on to me.
What?
What?
While on the phone.
No, he hung up. He hung up.
No, he hung up the phone, and he was like, okay, now I'm going to try to be cute and, like, cuddly. And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
If I'm you in that situation and I see that someone that I'm with has a really close connection with their mom, that's a turn on for me.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I don't think most women think that.
It shows emotional maturity. I'm just saying.
Can you imagine on their wedding night, he's calling his mom for a bedtime story?
Honeymoon.
What's wrong with that?
Don't knock it. She's a great storyteller.
Yeah, to get you right to sleep.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Brooke is just jealous because she's not as good of a mother as Will's mom is.
I never will be, Jeffrey.
Stories now.
I never will be.
She has to get over that. Really, it comes down to Heather.
Is
And
that-
if you're
are we
willing
gonna
to
do
give
that?
Will another chance for a second date, because if you are, we're willing to pay for it.
Man.
I just am like, I can't imagine a future where this is something I have to abide. Like, if this was how it was on the first date, how much worse does it get?
Oh, and then you have to, I mean, when you are with someone, you're with their mother too. I mean, it's like an in-law
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
Heather, I don't get you. Like, it's just a story, you know. It's how we connect. I mean, she can read a different story if you want.
Okay.
Heather?
I think you're missing the point.
Maybe you would like to read him the good night stories, even.
No.
A little Polar Express, maybe?
Oh, I don't think Will would let anyone replace his mother, Jeffrey.
Oh, that's true. I don't want
Yeah.
to impose. So is this not happening?
No.
I think that is like so short-sighted. I think we had a good time, and I think it's dumb that you don't like that I have a good connection with my mom.
Well, I don't want you to go home empty-handed tonight. You know what I'm going to do? Tonight, I'm coming over, and you and I are doing Big Spoon, Little Spoon. We'll have your mom read a good night story to both of us.
Yes. You're going to love it. It's a great story.
Do we have consolation prizes on this show that people never even expected?
Or wanted.
Everyone's a winner today, except for Heather. Sorry, Heather. Alexis knows this better than anyone. Younger siblings always try to ruin things for you. They steal your stuff and then claim it's theirs. They'll leave a giant mess and tell your parents you did it.
Uh-oh.
Alexis's little brother even actively trolls her on her social media.
He really does.
He's pretty funny, too.
I like
He's
it.
a legend on
Okay,
that.
guys. Okay, calm down, everyone. I get it.
Follow Alexis online to go see her epic brother trolls.
Yeah.
But the worst is if a younger sibling ruins your first date.
Oh.
And that almost happened to one of our listeners a few months back. You might remember when she introduced a guy to her little brother at their family barbecue, and it created one of the most awkward situations ever.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, since that call, listeners have been texting in, wanted to know whatever happened between that couple, and we finally have some answers for you.
I love these.
We're going to get them back on the phone once again for a second date update. That's happening next. Weird coincidences. They happen all the time. Like I just found out the other day, I'm sharing a birthday with a guy who does my oil changes.
Whoa.
Is that just funny happenstance, or is it the work of aliens?
Is it even that big of a deal?
Probably a coincidence, bro.
It's just
how do you do your
it's just
oil
too bizarre for it to just happen all by itself.
How'd you even find out his birthday?
One of our listeners had a weird coincidence happen to him on his first date. Were aliens behind it? We're going to find out.
Probably
Eric,
not.
welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. From your laughter, I can tell the alien thing wasn't your idea.
Yeah. Jeff,
right.
Jeff gets real creative.
Yeah.
Or were aliens behind that intro?
Oh.
We may never know the
Jeff, do you
truth.
remember writing that?
Yeah.
Sorry to weird you out, Eric.
I don't think
Are
you
you?
him out.
Are you sorry?
No problem. I get it. Aliens exist.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. He's on board.
He's very
Sweet.
confident about that. But we're going to shift from the aliens and focus on your date, unless you went out with an alien. Who'd you go out with?
I went out with a human woman.
Okay.
Oh.
Or so she says.
Her name was Carrie, actually.
Okay.
And we just met online.
Yeah.
Mm.
What was special about her?
Oh, well, yeah, we chatted for a few days. I suggested drinks, and it was her response that was a little, weird to it. Like, the night that I suggested, she said she had something going on, but she was, okay with blowing it off to come hang out with me.
Oh. And she told you that.
Yeah, she said it exactly like that, and, I was like, okay, as long as it's not important or anything.
See, I would think that's risky. It feels like you're making yourself too available, like you're too desperate.
That's a good
I would
point,
be
too.
worried, what kind of message that sent, but you liked it.
Yeah, I just took it as her being eager, and that made me excited to go hang out with her.
Okay.
Nice.
So what did you do for your meetup exactly?
We met at a bar,
Okay.
and when we got there, we just connected. I thought she was super cute, funny, and
Nice.
it was refreshing to see a nice, normal person.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean,
Wow.
The standard's low.
what do you think she thought of you?
I thought it was great. We were talking for 20, 30 minutes, and she was laughing at things that I didn't even think were funny. So I don't know. I felt to be like she was also having a good time.
Okay.
Okay.
It got kind of weird in the conversation, though. We started talking about families, and I don't know, just a weird coincidence came up. It's like
she had mentioned that she had this cousin, and I knew the cousin that she was talking about.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
Come on, really?
It's too serendipitous to just happen by accident.
Jeffrey, it's just a cousin.
Did they really know each other from a past, or was it aliens?
No, it's a mutual friend. It's not weird.
She knows his cousin.
Yeah.
At least that's what he thinks.
Or wait, you know her cousin. Sorry.
Yes, I know her cousin. We just knew each other in college. Actually, I haven't seen him in maybe 7 or 8 years, but we were good buddies at the time.
That's cool.
That's a nice surprise.
That is really cool. And I mean, it makes for an easy, like, oh my God, I'd love to see him. We should all go hang out.
Oh, well, she told me that actually the plans that she canceled was a family barbecue. And that her cousin was going to be there, and so we should go check it out now.
Oh, so now the plans are back on.
Oh, no.
But with you involved.
Did you go? Then you would meet the entire family on the first date.
And that's what I kind of told her. I was like, isn't that weird for a first date, And she said, no, don't worry about it. It'd be funny.
Oh, it'd be funny.
Yeah. And so we went, left the bar.
You went.
You did.
Risky.
What was that like? Was that awkward?
Well, I mean, I had a cool time. We ended up chatting with the cousin. I ended up chatting with her little brother, who's like in high school now.
Oh, cute.
I'm a teacher, so we talked a lot about classes.
Yeah, that's great.
And the family was like friendly. They were polite to me. So like, I thought the whole thing was actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, this all sounds so positive.
Yeah.
Did something go wrong?
So the way it ended, because we had drove there together, but she was with her family, I like, gave her a hug, said goodbye when it was time for me to like start heading on out there. And she decided to, hang back and be with her family, which makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
And we talked about seeing each other again, and I thought like, okay, this is going to be really cool and everything, but she's actually been sort of ghosting me since then.
What do you mean, sort of? Is she responded at all?
No, not even a single response.
So there's no sort of.
I've been trying to reach out to her, but I can't even think of what it could be.
You didn't have any strange interactions with any other family members of hers? Because, I mean, she could have gotten a report like, ooh, that guy, stay clear.
No. And I met some people, but mostly I just kept talking to the little brother, and we talked mostly about school.
Okay. That sounds healthy and awesome.
Are there any, like, large gaps of time that go unaccounted for during the family barbecue? Was it daytime when you got there and then nighttime all of a sudden when you left?
Probably, because the barbecue's later in the day.
A large orb appeared, and now she's ghosting me.
The mystery deepens. We're going to try and explain these unexplainable things when we continue your second date update right after this.
You're in the middle of a second date update, and we're going to find out how the couple is doing right after you hear part 2.
Let's look at the facts. Eric went on a first date with a woman named Carrie.
Hey, check.
Okay.
Carrie has a cousin who just happened to attend the same college as Eric.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Carrie, cousin, college. That's 3 C's. You take 3C and turn it upside down. Looks like alien footprints to me.
Or a horse.
I'm sure our listener Eric is seeing the exact same signs as I am, aren't you, Eric?
I just don't even know what's going on.
Okay.
Neither do we, bro.
You and I should meet together and talk about other theories that I have at a library soon, but first we're going to call Carrie for you and ask her to explain the unexplainable.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
Can I ask you, Eric, because, I mean, good theory, Jeff, but what do you think?
I don't know. I think this is a reach, but, like, maybe there's a world where I, like, spent too much time apart from her during the barbecue. Like, it was a date, you know?
A different world.
Some sort of alternate dimension?
No,
You should have said it differently.
I know.
You mean like she was jealous of you vibing with her little bro?
Or, just not giving her enough attention on a date that we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, that? We didn't think of that.
I'm still leaning towards aliens are behind it all because I don't want to subscribe to the idea that you're just a bad dater. But for your benefit, I'm hoping that extraterrestrials are behind this, but let's just call Carrie and get to the bottom of it. All right, here we go.
We're going to phone home.
We are. We're going to pick up this device and try and reach out to Carrie. Let's do it.
Hello?
Hey, is this Carrie?
Yes. Who's this?
What's up? We're We're a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Hey, Carrie.
Hello.
Hey.
Yep.
It's okay for you to be skeptical of us. We get that a lot, but we're doing something on our show trying to help out one of our listeners who's having a hard time getting a hold of you.
That's different.
Yeah.
For you, not for us. We do
Yeah.
it. I mean, honestly, we do it every day.
There's like literally thousands of these calls, but
Yeah.
you're just one of the thousands. And we would like to put you back in touch with a guy that you went on a date with recently named Eric. Remember Eric?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like him.
What?
Oh
Whoa.
You brought him to your family's barbecue.
That's weird that he would even tell you that.
Well, I mean it in like you liked him at one point.
Yeah.
To invite him home. Yeah.
Because here's how this works. We talked to Eric before we called you, and we heard about your guys' first date, about getting drinks and the strange coincidence that he knew one of your cousins.
Yeah.
So did you like him then during all of that part?
I mean, I did. I actually thought everything went great at the barbecue, and I was going to hang out with him again.
What happened between everything's going great and we're having a good time together at the barbecue to I hate him?
Okay, I didn't say
She didn't say I hate him.
I said I don't like him.
That's how it came into my ears.
I heard it too.
Yeah.
We're sensitive guys, Jeff.
Oh my God.
Okay. What changed?
Well, okay. Well, everybody in my family liked him a lot, but my younger brother liked him the most. He's a freshman in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And we heard Eric's a teacher, so it seems like it was easy for him to, find subjects to connect with your little brother on.
Yeah, maybe a little too easy because I actually found out the reason he liked him the most is apparently Eric has agreed to write an essay for my brother in his English lit class because he's a teacher.
Oh, what a good guy.
No, that's not a good.
I mean, as a
Come
student,
on.
smart move.
Is that what your little brother said? Because I highly doubt a teacher would do that. Like maybe your little brother got confused.
I don't know how he got confused because he was so excited. He's like, I only have to pay him $50 for it.
Wait, he's gonna pay him?
He's gonna take his money?
So he's willing to help your brother with his academics, and that's a turnoff to you.
Are we paying teachers that poorly that they need to get $50 from a high school kid?
Probably.
Exactly. And I'm just like, what is this guy doing? Like, I didn't okay that. He didn't even tell me about that conversation. I'm pretty sure that's against the rules.
Okay.
And you believe your brother no matter what. Like, God, that's just wild to me.
We didn't hear.
Well, why would he make that up?
Well, I don't know. We didn't hear any of that from Eric. And I feel like we don't know the whole story here. We should probably get the rest of it from Eric himself, who's actually on the other line right now.
No way.
Hi, Carrie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he needs to be called out if that's the case, Carrie.
That's a weird coincidence that he was just there on the other line.
Yes, Carrie. I hear you, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm shocked that you're saying what you're saying right now. Like,
You're shocked. You didn't offer to do my brother's English lit paper. Is that what you're saying? You didn't. He's lying?
Okay. I'm talking to your brother at the party. He was just complaining on about how no one in the family is helping him, how stressful the class is, and how much he appreciated being to talk to me, being a teacher. I only took the $50 because he insisted on being nice, and I didn't even take anybody from him. He just sent me a random notice on Venmo saying, "Hey, I appreciate the conversation and what's coming up."
Okay. All right. Eric, I think maybe you should take a breath because you're sounding a little bit defensive and nervous here. You're talking really, really fast.
Yeah.
I just had a really nice time.
Okay.
I'm supposed to believe that you didn't ask for the $50. Did you send it back to him? And did you offer to write this paper anyway? Or did you just offer to help him? Like, why would he think you're going to write the paper? Because even if you don't get paid for that, that's not ethical, right?
Yes, exactly. I only offered to give him some tutoring. I don't know how he phrased it to you. It sounds like he was saying, someone's going to do his work for him. But I'm a teacher. I would never do something like that. He needs to learn, because no one in the family was supporting him.
It's funny that none of this came up when we talked to you the first time, Eric.
It didn't even seem like a big deal to me. I forgot all about it almost.
I want to believe you. I want to believe you the tutoring part, but it's just like the $50 in Venmo makes it feel
different.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's not the first time this kid's cheated. Also, I'd like to say.
He's a
Thank you.
veteran
Yeah,
at
that's
cheating.
why he sent without being asked. He's like, I know how this works.
Yeah.
Here's the 50.
Yeah, it seemed to me like he didn't want anyone else to know, and then I was just doing him a favor, you know? And like, I really wanted to impress, obviously, you on our date, and so I said, like, okay, no big deal. Normally, I charge $200 for tutoring.
Okay.
Whoa.
I actually believe him now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna trust. I thought about it for a minute. I'm gonna trust him over a 17-year-old high school student.
Or
Brooke's
trust
just-
him over aliens.
Yeah.
I think Brooke's just trying to get the family discount for her kids. But I mean, it doesn't really matter what we think about it. It really just comes down to Carrie. I think that you should go out with Eric one more time.
Yeah, give him the benefit of the doubt.
And we would pay to send you on another date if you're up for it.
I might be up for it, but Eric, I feel like you need to do something like apologize to my parents or like give my brother the money back, clear the air, something before
Yeah, that's for sure.
go out again.
Carrie, I had a really good time with you. I'm excited to see you again. Done and done. I'll get that money right back to you.
Oh, there you go. He's a good guy, Carrie.
All right.
Your little brother's going to be pissed.
Yeah, she's
when
kind
he
of a lame
finds-
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't always connect all the dots. But finally, we
What?
have the answers.
How is this?
It wasn't aliens, it was Venmo. Stay tuned for the next unsolved mysteries
We
on
solved it, though.
Yeah,
it's not unsolved anymore.
well, solved mysteries on Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I like
Wow,
it.
entertaining.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
It's been months since we got Eric and Carrie to go out again.
Oh my gosh, I thought they were so cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
I'm really hoping for a good update.
Well, since then, the numbers seem to have dwindled down to one because we just
What?
have Eric on the phone
Oh,
for an
no.
update.
That's never
Eric,
a good sign.
What's going on, man? Is Carrie there in the other room? Are you guys sharing one phone now?
Oh, cute.
Very funny. No, Carrie's not here with me.
Oh, what happened?
What's going on?
Sick?
Yeah, I mean, things between me and Carrie were like super cool, like great for me for a few months.
Oh, so you guys dated
And-
for a few months?
Yeah, and it was like nice, you know, like we were making dinners together, we were meeting each other's friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
You said
no.
dated. Does that mean you're married now?
Oh, I think you're
didn't
making
sound
it
like
worse.
it.
Optimistic.
What
Yeah.
happened?
I mean, her friends, I feel like, just got into her head. They were always acting like I was sketchy for helping her brother with a writing assignment.
Oh my god.
They never got help in school?
Yeah. Oh, not a teacher
Yeah.
helping a student.
Yeah.
But we all know the friend's blessing goes a long way.
What kind of woman listens to her friends? Gross.
That sucks, man. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Thank you. I mean, I've tried to reach out to her a couple different ways and haven't gotten anything.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, bro.
Oh.
But it sounds like you're still trying to get her back?
Yeah, I mean, we were good together, and I just wish I could explain it to her.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I
Sorry.
feel like you're asking us for another second date update.
Yeah.
You've already been there, Aaron.
If you
Done
could-
Yeah,
that.
let's call her, Jeff. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any way I could make an announcement over the airways, like everybody cheats now. It's
Wait,
not a big deal.
I thought
What?
I thought you tutored.
True.
Are you a teacher?
Yeah, I mean, like what she was calling as cheating, like that's just helping, you know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's a little writing. I was a writing assistant.
so you
How
you
about if
did do it for him.
If any students need their work
Huh.
done, hit us up. We'll get
Yeah,
all the air
we'll
for
hook you up with Eric.
Okay,
All right,
Aaron.
well-
Maybe she was onto something.
Yeah. Good luck, man.